gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, some of the best analysis in the game, the world champ himself. Give it up for Christopher Duarte, Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, the multi-champion, the legend, and icon to the Call of Duty scene. Give it up for Patrick Price, a.k.a. Eggs. Then, of course, we got the one and only, the world champ, the multi-champion, my FaZe duo. Give it up for Dylan, Attach Price. And then, of course, we got the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Gentlemen, we're back. We are back. And what a pleasure. How you guys feeling, man? You happy to be back or what?
Man, I love Overload, Tom. I love Overload. It's so hype. I'm sorry about FaZe Vegas, but today was a great day for CDL, except for that one, mishap in the delay in the Boston game. Other than that, great day.
Yeah, Dylan, I must say it's great to have you on the show, man. We're going to be seeing Dylan a lot more this year, so everybody show some love to Attach. We're going to be having him. We're going to be having some other people on, so it's good to have you, Dylan. Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad your chat likes it too, Tom.
Absolutely. They love you, Dylan. They fucking love you, man. Then we got the one and only Benjay. Benjay, what's going on with you, man? Where you at right now? You in a different setup, or what's going on right now?
Same setup. I don't know why I never used the TV behind me.
It's nice. Yeah, it's real nice.
I think this year Gersh and I'm going to cook on that screen, so we'll have some ideas.
That could take some notes, bro. You at least got a background going.
No, Pat's background's looking good right now.
Background, bro.
Yeah, he's got a
LED sign.
He's got the neon LED sign. It's looking good. Pat, what's going on with you?
You didn't even let me finish.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Benjay. Go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, fuck at this point. Go to.
Come on, come on. We can't start opening day like that.
Go to the next person, bro. You ruined it.
Oh, he's crybaby cheese, and it hasn't even been 2 minutes yet. Pat, what's going on with you, Pat? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Tom. I'm still recovering from this week, that Wednesday, that dreaded day where I was playing with Benjay.
What happened,
I did some VOD review, Tom, and wow, Ben. I mean, Ben, I actually think if we get you like a Xanax prescription, you would be godlike.
Yeah, probably.
That's true.
Wow, you're a tweaker, bro. But it was
I did have that crazy ace. That broke the internet, though.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, it's that it's fine. We lost to a CDL X Pro and a Pro, and we lost to Tom. Listen, I think it was an honorable
dog shit West Coast host.
It was an honorable loss.
I packet burst first map.
Probably shitting on you.
Listen, I'm gonna call it what it was, bro.
Even off host.
From losers round one, when I got on, all Chris was talking about was how he had a dinner he had to get to, and I'm gonna be honest, Tom. When we played y'all in loser semis, this guy was rushing it, bro.
I called it out. I called it out before we played you. I said Parasite's just gonna be making solo plays, so just wait for Parasite.
Just trying to get it over with.
I dropped 15 kills last map.
Damn, but wait, last map.
My strat, Haggy. I said, you guys double up Crossfire A bomb. They're gonna hit A.
3 at me at fucking A because they were watching our fucking stream all tournament.
I was taking notes the whole time.
That sounds like they went for the Ben ISO, bro. That's all I'm saying.
You all should have read that. 400 IQ if you call yourself championship winning IGL.
At the end of
hold on. We did read that, and I literally told you anytime you see them, just back up. You were chowing on a bomb.
It's typical, Ben. It's typical.
Ben, the round before, the round against Nameless in them, you were backing up perfectly. Listen to me. I think you might have got nervous against Tom or something, bro, because you were chowing every time.
Honorable loss. At least we beat those Warzone fuckers up top, boys.
Absolutely.
Who were the Warzone guys?
Shifty, Hisoka, Metaphor.
Yeah, Ben ran down Shifty last round. He ran him down. No, you guys beat a lot of good teams. It's just there's levels, right? Like once you guys got to us and got to myself, it's just, you can feel my presence on the map. It's just different levels. Right?
Yeah, you're lucky Ben had Packet Burst, Tom. That's why you went 1 in 10 map 1.
Tom's so tough, bro. Tom is so tough.
I didn't go 1 in 10 map 1.
I said Ben. Ben was on Packet Burst. That's why you went 1 in 10.
70 ping Packet Burst, and I fucking raided.
Tom's a host warrior scumbag from the West Coast.
Host fucking us in a hits tourney is crazy.
Wait, what? I spoke to on your host too.
Yeah, but we were demoralized.
Nah, you didn't smoke me.
You were West Coast host for map 1.
But when I'm on a 70 ping, it doesn't matter, huh? Oh, just shoot straighter. Nobody gives a fuck when I'm on a 70 ping. This is bullshit, man. Let's go on to the first match today.
Tom's trying to get revenge for all times Chris has fucked him from Cali.
No, listen, bro. My internet isn't the best. I'll be honest, but me and Z were west, and then Asim and Richie were east. So it's like there's really nothing we could have done. I mean, we're not gonna put me and Z on both an 80 on our host, right? Like it just makes no
we
sense.
should have hosted the whole series, to be honest.
Make it fair, yeah.
What? Guys, you know what?
Fair, no?
What'd you say, Benjay? What'd you say?
The Texas host would have been fair, no?
Nah, would
we're
have been
like
cheese.
triple hosts.
Brother, what do you mean?
Fair.
Would have been 3 of you guys on a 2 ping.
That's not fair.
We're getting sidetracked.
We gotta talk about the CDL guys, not about the
Yeah,
old man.
man. Can we get to the first match of the day? Hold on. We got the, I almost said Vegas Falcons. I had to stop myself. The Riyadh Falcons going up against Optic, Texas to start opening day here in the CDL. This was a 3-0 victory for Optic Texas. Wasn't even close. Let's take a look at that stat sheet. And oh my own, we already got a red carpet to start the season. Not looking too good here for the Falcons. We had a 0.85 from Celium, a 0.66 from Xnid, a 0.7 from Kismet, and a 0.94 from Pred. Rough day here for the Riyadh Falcons. On the other side, for Optic Texas, we got a 1.07 from Dashi, a 0.84 from Hook, a 1.8 from Hercules, and a 1.53 from Shotzi. I mean, what a series for Merc and Shotzi and the boys. Looking really good. Match MVP, gonna be Mercules. This guy, man, he's just been winning everything since coming in. A 1.44 in Hardpoint, a 3.0 in Search, and he dropped a 0 in Control? He dropped a 0.
Yeah, it's his stats are broken, don't worry about it.
But Mercules, man, you're going to be your match MVP. Not surprised with that one. He's played incredible. But I think we all pretty much expected this. I mean, I called it 3-0. I'm pretty sure all you guys probably called it 3-0 as well. I think that's kind of where we're all at. But, Pat, we'll start with you. We'll work our way down. What you think of the series, Pat? We got our first look at the Falcons going up against Optic, the world champs.
Yeah, I mean, when they get to play at 3 p.m., Tom, like they're a good team. If it gets later in the day, though, you might have to watch out for them. But yeah, I mean, my big takeaway from this is I'm already out on the Falcons. I was out on them early.
Already? We just got here.
They need to make some moves, Tom. I think we all agreed in the offseason, like the roster construction was a little sus. I think we're already seeing faults, cracks in the armor, Tom.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many more league matches they should give it before they swap some stuff around.
So they're already on blow it up watch. Is what you telling me?
I don't know about blow it up watch.
Hey, day one. Slade's
They're
already
on
talking
blow
about
it up
roster
warning,
changes.
Tom. They're on blow it up warning.
Okay, what about you, Dylan? What'd you think of the series?
I mean, it just wasn't close at all. The only rounds that they even won in S&D was all because of Pred, just 1v4ing them pretty much and making insane plays. The biggest concern for the Falcons is if you look at Xnid's damage, not just his KD, but his damage, he is like 2,000, 3,000 less than everyone else, and you just can't do nothing. You have to shoot your gun at people if you're going to be able to help the team win. So, and then we'll get to that one round in S&D where they just had no idea what they were doing, even though they had blood and bomb control.
Yeah.
So you could just tell there's so much wrong with their communication's terrible. And it's going to be a rough one because they got LAT coming up next.
Yeah, no, I had it written down for sure. I had it written down, and hey, Benjo, why don't you keep the stream up just to make sure if we ever have a little hiccup with the internet, we can wait it out. But yeah, I had that round written down because they got the pick, they got bomb control. We're gonna take a look at that round. There's a few rounds in the S&D where they kind of threw it away, to be honest. But we'll go over those. What about you, Benjay? What'd you think of the series?
I mean, I always thought that in order for Falcons to win this, it was going to be a sketchy series, and they would have to play like. It was either Optic C-level COD or like Falcons just play like the best COD all time. I feel like Rambo kind of called it out in our watch party that it feels like the roles in S&D don't really make sense with this team. Like Kiz is pulling out the sniper, which kind of takes him away from doing what he does best in that game mode. Like, why wouldn't you just have MC snipe? I think to Dill's point, I think in Respawn, especially a hard point, it looks very funky at the moment, especially sort of the damage being applied by accident in that overload, which I'm not surprised that he's probably going to be one of the weaker player in that mode. I'm not calling it over for Falcons just now, but this is kind of what I expected for them to get kind of bowled over in this one. I just think I don't know if they're going to be able to figure out the communication, the role things with the squad. So we'll see how it goes.
Can I ask real quick? Because you said, like, it seems like all of you are kind of like, it's a little early. And yeah, it's been one match, but we all know like how serious the Falcons are taking this league, their investment into their teams in general. We've seen it in years past of the league. Like how long do y'all want to give them? Like is you know what I mean? Like, do you want to play a whole stage out of just underperforming and then be battling back the rest of the year? Like that's kind of my thinking is like, bro, you got Cell on a super duper Omega Max. Like you still got Pred. I mean, his was a solid pickup, but like, do you want this team to just test the waters for a while? Like, I know it's, we've talked about it. Like Clay's always been like, yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna fucking build it right. But like, why wait? Is my thinking. This team is one of the teams in the league that is clearly making a substantial investment. I don't see the why just keep fucking going down the ladder, waiting to see if it turns around.
Mm-hmm. They will get there in like another year or two when they can buy out all the players they want and construct a fucking great roster.
Yeah, there's a lot of big free agents on the market next year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now. Like,
now,
I mean, now, like they're not going to win I don't think they're going to win a championship. I don't think they're going to get close. I don't think they're going to get close. And
my question is why just like beat around the bush with a mediocre team? Why not try to make moves? If we know their ceiling, bro, risk. They can make challenger risk. They can make anything.
I just don't think it's going to help them, and that's what they're doing with Exnid.
Well, yeah,
that's been a 2-year project. Like,
I feel like the players brought that up though this offseason, and clearly Falcons wants to give Exnid some more time because I'm sure some of the players are like, "Yo, let's look at Abezy, let's look at 04, Neptune, Envoy, like other people that are available on the market." But the org just wants to have Exnid on their team and still run with that. So that's like the plan for now. We don't know how long they're going to give it if they keep struggling, but we'll see.
Yeah, to answer your question, Pat, I think it would. I think it's gonna depend. Like, I mean, they played Optic today, but it depends like how to perform, right? I would definitely like make sure after for the first stage, like if you're just losing every match and you're not performing, like I would definitely probably make some changes
I
early.
just see them out of the top 6. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're not in the top 6. So like,
and I agree, but like I wouldn't pin this all on Exnid because he got 3 less kills than Kiz did in this series. Like I think they have a lot of issues, and we called a lot of them out during the offseason, especially in regards to communication and roles and their like general ability to get better with this like combination of players. So I think to your point, Pat, I don't think their schedule is like impossible to split. I mean, they have to play Thieves this weekend. Like that's tough. But after that, it's Carolina, Boston, G2, Gentlemate, C9. Like it's doable for them to win 3-4 matches of those 5. Like I don't think we're at a blow it up stage, but like these guys.
But you said Gentlemates and Thieves. That's 2 guaranteed losses.
I'll be honest, bro.
Boston, G2, and Cloud9. You're saying they can't win 3 of those potentially? 3 and 4 may get in the winners bracket. We've seen that time and time again.
This team is completely built around trying to get Exnid to like be a really good sub player. And if they can't get that to happen, like it's just shocked because dude, they're sacrificing Kismet's role to put Exnid on there. And now Kismet's playing a role that he normally doesn't play, and he also has to adjust to it. It's just like, bro, not only are they just fucking making if Kismet's not going to perform, they're going to make his stock worse. Because obviously, even though if we're looking at it objectively, like, oh, he's running an AR, he's not running his true wall, he's going to underperform. You know, people don't look at it that way. They're just going to see he's underperforming. They don't give a fuck. And it's going to drown his stock. And then they're paying Celium and Pred fucking mega millions. So they don't really give a fuck because if they don't perform the best, like they can just make that excuse that their roster isn't good and they're still making money.
He said mega millions.
I'm going to say this right now. Like, yes, Exnid needs to play better. We've all called this out, and I do not think the leash for Exnid be super long to split. But I don't.
My point I'm trying to make.
I finish my thought real quick, Chris.
Go ahead.
I do think though the star players take responsibility on this team, and like, I saw a couple of plays MC make today that I didn't think were that great. I think AG made a couple of good plays, but a couple of bad plays. But AG hasn't gone positive in a single one of the 3 series. We've seen them play across this tournament, this match, and the Monster Tournament. Like, you're the superstar. Want to see him step up in the series against Thieves.
You can't expect 2 superstar caliber players that have clearly what it takes to win in their fucking pocket to compensate for incompetence every fucking day. We can sit there and point out Celium did this wrong and Pred did this wrong, or we don't always agree with Pred's play style and stuff like that. But their roster for the last 2 years, at least Preds, for the last 2 years now going on this one, assuming they don't improve, is just fucked. Like, it's just, bro, they're not going to get that much better. They're not going to be a championship winning team. At the best we can hope is mid. So sitting there and like, yeah, bro, we can call out all these plays they want. It doesn't matter, bro. They're competent. They're compensating. Like, just, bro, they better be getting paid what it's worth to sacrifice potential years of their career winning championships. Because Pred could easily be on a good roster, and Celium, I don't know what the fuck he did join the Falcons. And this is just another take, but I think the trio splitting up might end up being some of the worst decisions they've ever made for their careers. Maybe for most of them, at least. Maybe not for Abezy. Maybe not for Abezy.
Maybe not for Abe, but
obviously, it's not necessarily all their. It's not just one person's decision.
Chris,
but anyways,
I just think to just put it all on Xnid when it's clear that like this team is just not.
I'm not putting it all on Xnid.
Wait, bro. I got good thoughts about Xnid right now.
Go ahead, dude. Let Dylan have the floor, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. The Xnid project isn't the end of the world that they want Xnid on their team to represent. It makes sense. He's from Saudi. They're a Saudi team. The issue with it is the players that Xnid has and the role he has to play. If you're gonna have someone try to become a really good player and improve, then they need to put him in a role where he can just run around and fry, because that's X's natural thing. But they're putting Xnid in the do all the objective work, go in first and die. And he's still new to COD. So it's not like he just knows everything and how to play. But he's going to be in the role where he needs to get on hill. He needs to plant bombs. He's going to make all these decisions and get baited all the time. And that's not how he's going to improve as a player. It's going to make him look bad, and it just throws the whole chemistry off. But that's the role he's forced into.
And also, I'm not trying to put this on Xnid. That's not what I'm saying. My take is that, bro, if you are going to get championship winning players on your team, then your expectations as an organization, as a team, means that you are going to be trying to compete with like for championships. My thing is with Xnid is, bro, I get he's pretty talented. I just don't see him, at least not for a long time, becoming a player that is comparable to people like Shotzzy, Abezy, or Simp. I get that's what they're trying to accomplish, but that's not going to happen. So these other players that are championship caliber players are essentially sacrificing, maybe from an accolade perspective, years of their career at this point to basically try to build up this player.
So
I'm not.
Years?
How's that dramatic? Bro, do you know how long? Well, do you know how long your lifespan as a COD player nowadays is? Like in the game?
Years.
This is Pred's second year. This is Pred's second year.
He's been on the team for 9-10 months.
Bro, if a player plays for 6 years, he just sacrificed a third of his career playing on a mid-tier roster. Yes, he's getting compensated for it. He's getting paid. But like, bro, what I'm saying is,
if the
Xnid project was built around a mid-tier team and them trying to get him better and be a mid-tier team, this would make a lot more sense. But like, bro, they have championship players on their team, and you're trying to build, like, bro, I don't understand how this is getting through your head, bro.
Listen, the last thing I'll say, Chris, is like, if this is like a Ken situation on Optic, like the other three players, and it was just like him costing the other three players, be playing a lot better, and you would see what the stats in the damning. Like, I don't buy no, bro. I think it's a combination of Xnid. Clearly, I think will probably take a stint off this roster, but I think the other three players aren't meshing well, and it's gonna be a tough thing to fix. And I think it's gonna.
I'm not saying drop Xnid and get a fourth, and all of a sudden everything is fixed. I'm just saying in general. Not only is the roster composition weird, but it's just shocked, bro. It's just shocked. I don't see them improving.
Listen, I think we have to wait. Listen, they play the world champs today. We'll see how they match up against some of these other teams, but I'm kind of like on the same page as Pat, where it's like, give them some time, but not a lot of time, right? Like if you can clearly see early that it's not going to work, then you make changes quick and you try and keep your season alive, right? Before you dig yourself such a big hole where it's fucking chalked. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the biggest thing.
If they go 0-4 because they have Carolina and Boston next week, like I think they're going 0-2 this week. If they can go 1-1 next week and they're 1-3, fine. If they go 0-4, we can have this combo.
Yeah, it's still early. Like it's very early, but we'll see. I think Xnid, he's just it might be hard for him to mesh with these guys, for them to get on the same page. But let's take a look at some of the clips, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll see some of it. We are going to start things off though with a first listening of the season, and we got to hear what Optic texts. So let's tune in and see how they sound.
Watch out, in shop, he's in shop. First guy Xnid. Watch out. He went blue. Might spawn us out.
They probably did.
Yeah, we spawned out. I spawned set.
They're gonna be a couple behind us.
Yeah, he's pushed up set.
Yo, one shot on time, Xnid.
Absolutely.
X is absolutely.
One's in the back on the overload point. He's going front wall.
I'm behind in the back. Jumping in the back right. Back right.
Yo, on me, front wall.
Back right on the box.
Front wall dead. Another
Back
one
right
on
on the
time.
box.
On time exit. On time exit.
Yeah. Still back right somewhere.
One back left, back left. One top left.
On the stairs.
Go back left.
There's on me in the back.
Spawn trapping.
One
Yeah,
back.
shack, one shot. Shack, one
One
shot.
guy
He
spawn
went for it.
trapping on the left. That's him. That's
Blue
him.
done.
Nice.
We'll go left,
Nice.
we'll go left. Blue me probably. Everything at time.
I have the right. I have the right.
Yo, he's laying down front saddle. Excellent.
I'm really good left. Really tough.
Yeah.
Really tough.
Make sure we
One
hold
is
these new
front set.
spawns.
One is front set.
We hold these new spawns. Where are we spawning?
Nice left.
One shot back.
I'm hard blocking. I'm top
Just
broken.
run
I'm top
Should be
broken.
shot or wood. One could have spawned out wood. One could have spawned out wood.
I'm picking up. I'm
Yeah,
picking
let's
up.
spawn out. We're good.
Nothing wood. Nothing wood.
Alright, one's at old. Grab
Okay,
the
I'm staying top green. I have a
I have
trap on
right
you.
side wood. I have
I
right
have a
side
trap on
wood.
you.
Hellstorm?
I'm gonna go top green.
I'm helping mid. Probably gonna hit like
Yeah,
shot.
I'll pick it the back one. I'll pick it the back in a second.
I'm in shop.
All right, it's gonna do it for the listening. What you guys think? I thought they sounded pretty good. Anybody?
Yeah, I mean, pretty standard for their comms. Like I honestly think Kyler is probably the most important player on the team. And you really see it with the communication, like his ability to IGL and also play as aggressive as he does is like pretty typical to me.
He's gone better. He's gone better with his comms. Like
He gets better every year.
Yeah, he really does. Like he's one of those players that like, you know, he's always learning, bro. And he's a grinder too. He'll know like all the little things. But I do want to hop into the second P2 because this is actually I don't know what you guys think, but I actually didn't think Falcons played the first set bad. Like the first set of hard points, they were pretty
close.
Yeah, like they were in the game. Like they were bouncing rotations back and forth with the Optic guys, and they had rotation to this P2. And I wanted to take a look here at the mini map because the spawns were a little weird here, and I wanted to watch it back so you can see the new hill pops. You can see Falcons. They just don't have a side, and I think that was the biggest mistake to the rotation of this hard point. Like they didn't pick a side. They didn't lock down a certain spawn. And the splits come in, and then you can see the spawns are just all over the place. Kismet literally spawns right in front of Mercules, and then Merc is able to pop a freebie here, and then the splits come in, and then Optic is able to break. And I think this is a really big rotation because, again, like Falcons, they were staying in the game the whole time, and then a mistake like this, and it kind of cost them a little bit. Optic was able to build their lead a little bit here. But do you guys agree with me here on Falcons not really holding a side?
It's not that. Back it up.
It's right here. Number 5 should be.
What do you
number
mean?
5,
You have
well, the
two
thing
guys
is,
pushing old. You have five. You
Number
have three
5 should
guys
be going
there.
left. Like look at where they all are.
MC's lagging out here, bro.
MC needs to be going to the left because if he was, the number 4 or the Optic player would not have spawned behind them.
Yeah, I was
You're
gonna
right,
say this game,
Yeah.
the way the spawns are is if you're like not actually like hard blocking like on the rotation, it's not like you can see in Black Ops 6, for example, you could kind of soft block. Like if you're in the general like side of the map, like they're not gonna spawn behind you. But in this game, if a spawn's open, it's
But
so
look at where
likely that they
look where
split.
MC is, Chris. Look at where
Yeah,
like
he's
bro,
so
they
far-
are
he's across the
so
map.
he's
actually
so
across the
far.
map.
He's not even they're not even like playing for new. They're not
Yeah,
they're not even playing for
I
it.
think the diabolical thing is just the timing of spawns and stuff like that. How I think somebody on Falcon spawns right on the red stairs in number 3 sideline. That shit's diabolical. Number 8 just spawned in number 3 sideline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well
but
that's
that's
because everything's
once
blocked.
Once number 2 got the spawn, it was chalk.
Yeah.
I know. It's just diabolical. Like this is how it works.
I get MC doesn't want to get pinched because I think there's still an unknown player that they were looking for, but like he should just block and.
Well, that side of the map is irrelevant right now. Like you got to get to new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Falcons honestly were playing good until that moment. They didn't pick a side. They fucked up that rotation. And I mean, this is kind of where Optic started to run away with it a little bit. They obviously get a lot of time here, but then I want to switch over to the next hard point. And again, it's Falcons who get there early. And this is a pretty big hard point. I mean, this plane hard point we know can be kind of annoying to break just because this plane head glitch is so powerful. But you can see how Optic is just able to break. Let me rewind it a little bit more so we can see the actual rotation here. Because again, I feel like Falcons are shortcutting and trying to play kills at old when they really don't need to, right? You got two guys that knew, right? Number 8 right now, Kismet, I mean, he's playing for old, but I almost feel like he should be cutting mid there instead of playing old. And then last guy off spawn, I feel like maybe can like play the kills at old. But you can see 2 kills go down in the front of the hill, but then somehow, some way, Falcons still loses. I mean, Dashy finds a 2-piece. Celium ends up by himself on a point, and boom, it all falls. Like, they're too late again. No, Dylan?
Well, they're just not blocking a spawn again, and they're actually not even on the hill. So whenever you're not on the hill and the hill is white, you're going to get the emergency spawn, which is going to be the closest spawn to the hill. No one went towards the left side of the map or even towards green for Falcons. They just try to run up the middle, and then Optic spawns behind them again. The worst thing you could do in hardpoint is give a team a pinch. What do people do when they need to break a hardpoint? they pinch.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen if you spawn someone behind you? They have a natural pinch. It's an easy pinch, and then you're fucked. And that's what they did 2 hills in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Chris, or Pat, or Ben? I mean, what did you guys think about just the overall rotation? Like, I don't know. I just feel like 6 and 8 are like trolling a little bit. Pred and Kids. I don't know. You have 2 guys I knew. They pop a 2-piece, and I just feel like they're so far out of the play again. Because look, the 2-piece comes in, and then like they're too late now. Like these guys are like already cutting a mid, and it just felt like they didn't really play for the rotation again. It just felt like they were playing more for kills mid, and like kills right.
I also like how Optic played that. They kind of mind gamed them because like, bro, they knew they were going to be getting held off ult. Like it's just what like a smart team would do. Like have at least one person play the push through, or like so they just said fuck it, we're not even going to run into you. We're just going to cut through mid. Where they wrap backwards.
Yeah,
and they just like kind of juked them out.
To me,
that's a functional player is an accent.
I think that's overcomplicating, bro. Like Pred just should have went top green.
Yeah.
Like he spawned back truck and ran forward down mid map.
Yeah, like when they're coming out of spawn, they should go left.
Could have easily jumped. Yeah, he could have got top green window instantly, picked up mid cut, and helped him on hill. Like he easily could have done that. He had an AR. Like,
yeah,
they just tunnel vision, bro.
But if we really want to be nitpicky, though, if we're sticking to like the COD fundamentals, where it's like the 1, 2, 3, like Kismet should get middle while Pred picks up the pinch off ult, and Kismet's playing middle / top green. But since Kismet went to old, Pred should have went left. But that's just so hard to communicate. So they didn't really follow like those fundamental rules of like the first in line, second in line, third in line, which kind of makes it weird.
Yeah. I also don't think that I think it was Celium and whoever else, like they shouldn't even have like really been on the hill right away because their teammates are so out of the play. They should have been hard playing kills. They had one guy on the play and the other guy could have also played on the plane, or at least not
finessing though. He got
no, I know, but the guy on the hill died. Like he also overchallenged and died. Like they could have just like tried to buy more time. Celium tried, but the other guy just insta died. Like if your teammates, if you ever rotate and you're not like all there or like in a position to help each other, the 2 people or the one, even the one person, it's just fundamentals. Like you don't play for time, you play for kills, and you just like try to like stay alive as long as possible.
This is such a good play from Shotzi, by the way, just getting pushed up and staying in a corner. He knows that they get a 1 wave here and push through. They flip this, and that's exactly what they do. He holds his trigger, waits for the 2-piece, finds the third, pushes through, boom, and then I'll pause it there. You'll see just after that play, you can just see Optic completely flip the map. And with 25 seconds left to go here, fuck it, you get as much time as you possibly can here. If you could get, if you could get like an extra 10, 15, that's good. But instead, they get a lot more because Shotzi continues to spree, goes on a 5 spree, starts bringing it back. And this is pretty much where the game ended, right? A couple mistakes on the second P2, second P3, Falcons made, and Optics to run away with it, right? It went from a tie game to now basically a 100-point game in a matter of 2 hills. So you can't make mistakes, especially against Optic, because they'll punish you for them. And that's exactly what they did here. And this house hill is also very hard to break as well. So
yeah, but Tom, the only reason that Falcons actually have 134 points on our JP's in the chat is his team scammed the first house hill on his fucking map. They had Rose and they pushed out and died before they all popped. They all spawned out. I think this map could have been a mega blowout.
Yeah,
they didn't go on that first rotation, in my opinion.
Yep. Whoever makes the least amount of stakes tends to go on to win, right? I mean, that's kind of the way COD goes. But yeah, even JP's in the chat. I don't know, JP, we got to go back, watch that one, make sure the boys don't do that again. But let's go into the S&D here and take a look at here. So this is actually the round that Dylan was talking about in the beginning of the show. And I actually agree with him. It's why I wrote it down. But Bulldog, he actually gets a pick here. And he's able to find one. AG does die on the other side of the map. But take a look at the mini-map, bro. You have number 7. You have Xnid. He's got the bomb in hand. He's going to stun Dojo. He's going to get super aggressive. And he's going to get pushed up, right? And at this point, you know that there's players on the other side of the map because AG just died from there, right? You got Dojo pushed out. You have bomb control. Why not just get the bomb down instantly and just get it down right away? Kismet even finds another pick and makes it a 3v2. But you can see as this round plays out, it's still not going down. There's still not any initiative from Falcons to just get the objective down and end this round. You have to put Optic in an uncomfortable scenario. But if they're not going to plant the bomb, then Optic can wait all day and then try and get a pick and try and bring this back. You can see still in this round, the bomb has not gone down. At this point, I would have liked to see them just push through at this point and just use your numbers and go to A. But then he tries to plant the bomb at last second when Merc is already on the pinch. Merc shoots him off the bomb. Hook finds a second one, and then the Bulldog is left by himself with a pistol trying to stay alive, and Merc and Hook, just phenomenal plays from them.
So hear me out. It was bad plays, or it was terrible plays, but at the same time, I see at least the initial, like before they got the second pick, what they were trying to do. Because if they're in a 3v3, right, their best bet is, so yeah, they're going to try to get the bomb down, but that's one man out of the play. And if they have two people on each side, they just don't want one side to get overloaded. So they try to like basically mindfuck Optic into like waiting for them to collapse. But once they got the man advantage, 100% they should have got like on the bomb, and they should have like split the like they should have split each side and then waited for them to pounce. But one thing that would actually help this, and I get another reason for their confusion, is if you could drop the bomb. And I think they're working on it, by the way. I think Maddox posted, because if I were them and you could drop the bomb, once they got that pick, they would be like, okay, I'm dropping the bomb. Kismet plant, because he has a sniper. And then the two people that actually have weapons, they split and watch each side, and then they play the round out. But that first play, not the worst. The second time, once they were in a 3v2, terrible. I don't know what they were doing.
I thought the whole entire play was terrible. I'm just gonna be honest. You got numbers, get the bomb down instantly. But why wait?
No, they did. Well, they didn't technically have numbers. They were in a 3v3.
Yeah, but did AG see all three?
I'm talking about the 3v2.
The thing is, it's not about the numbers though. They had dojo control.
Yeah, they had everything.
They had dojo control.
But
so they had it locked down.
He can't plant for dojo, because then he could be seen from mid. And then if he plants safe and they quick hit the pinch and overload the side, it would just been like, that's like why they didn't plant. So like that's what I'm saying. I understand where it's coming from. It might not have been the best play, but the second one was a fucking terrible play, bro. Like the second time when they had a 3v2, terrible. I'm saying the initial wasn't the worst.
Do you back up to when AG
I understand it.
Do you back up when AG dies? Like, does he see all three players?
No, in the beginning of the round, maybe he might see a lot. I don't know if he sees all three. No, his back is turned, so he doesn't know.
He gets shot at one, and then so he doesn't know where the third guy is. So they probably thought that someone was middle. That's why they're probably not insta like laying this. You know what I'm saying? Because like you could plant this and have a guy bounce around in gray, and like you can kind of peek middle and like kind of finesse it. So I think the lack of info, but I agree with Chris. Like the minute they got this kill here, they should have.
Yeah, once they got the second kill for sure. The first initial is just like, yeah, it's we're watching the mini map, but it's still iffy in their minds. They don't want to get overloaded on the side and plant like.
But again,
I get it.
But again, Falcons making it a close map, right? I mean, halfway through the map, and we're tied up, right? Same as the first map. But then look at this 2v2 situation. Hello, Falcons. Are we going A or are we going B? I mean, they should be working together here. They shouldn't be separating. They should be sticking together. Yeah. I mean, Optic's on defense with 25 seconds left, so they're playing split. They got one guy at each site, just playing on an island. But if you're Falcons, you have to play together here. You have to run the map together and get trades, because worst comes to worst, you trade out one guy and it's a 1v1. But instead, you leave yourself at a 1v2 and Mercules just picks them apart. I mean, one by one. I mean, it just looked so weird on the minimap, did it not? That they they were following each other. Yeah. It looked good. And then Exnit just keeps going and Kismet just stays and starts looking at the pinch. It's like, but they're if Bulldog's gonna look at the pinch, then they should think about going back to B, right? Like, or just go with him, right? That comes down to communication, right? Like, I mean, some people are saying Exnit, Kismet, whatever. It's both of them. They have to talk to each other on what they want to do there, right? Do we want to push through and go A, or do we want to wrap back to B, right? Like, calm something. There was clearly no comms in that situation.
There should be some initiative from one of them. If none of them make an initiative, it's on both.
Yeah, I mean, they made it seem like they had the last guy on the map trap and there would be no one A, when obviously someone is going to be A. Like, they're not just going to give up a free A plant right there. And there's so many corners you have to check. Like, odds are you need to be two there to trade it, and they just completely separated.
And if they give up the plant, then so be. Like, if I have to give it up, then that's 2v2, and they have to retake, right? I mean, you're still in a good situation. It's just it made no sense to me that they split up there with 25 seconds left, 30 seconds left. And then, of course, we got the next round, the 4-3 round. Good play from AG to hop the bomb there. I think that was a good heads-up play from him to hop the bomb. It was very close. Hook almost clutched it. I think if Hook got there a second earlier, he probably clutches this. But, I mean, AG, good plays from him to hop on a bomb right away, get through on the smoke, and get the ninja defuse. End up tying it at 4. So good heads-up play there. And then we go into the 4-4 round. Very big round here. And look at the play call from Falcons. We're tied up at 4. They 4-hit mid, which originally I don't mind, but then it's what they do next. Because, look, somebody gets picked, and instead of, like, making a play for, like, a trade or something, they just run out. It's like they run mid, somebody gets picked, and then they just run backwards. And it's like, okay, well, what's the play now?
I'm not going to lie, bro. That play, 4-hitting mid is purely based on, like, they have to catch somebody in mid and get a freebie. If they don't get a single kill, they're just trapped. And that's like literally what Optic did. They just backed up and they just trapped them in there. They didn't have anybody showing any face at B, obviously nobody at A. So if they don't catch somebody, like they're basically blind countering if Optic have a player hit out mid, which some teams do. But yeah, once they're I hate fucking overloading like a lane a lot of the time. At least the middle. It's just pointless. You're just hoping for a blind counter at that point.
Yeah.
Wait, you hate it?
For hitting it, it's terrible.
Because when we played Tom in the Hitch tourney, you called to do that like
Ooh.
twice. When you were
I never said for hit mid. I never said for hit mid. You're just lying.
Remember
You're
that?
lying. You're
shit.
lying. He's
He
lying
was
for
telling me to go
impressions.
right
He's lying
heady.
for
He was telling
impressions. Yes,
Bill to
just
go
me
top
and you.
window.
No, just me and you.
We could go back and get clips.
Okay, we can go back and get
I
clips.
shut that
You're just
shit
making
down
it
too.
for-
I shut down that mid push too. Shut that shit
No,
down.
you didn't. You never went mid. You kept going A and killing Ben. That is a lie.
That's not true.
Anyways,
They
he's
said, "Yo, Ben
lying.
didn't get
He's
hit it."
lying. He's lying for W's in the chat, bro. At the big age of 30
It's all right.
years
We'll go
old,
back.
bro.
We'll go back. Watch the
31.
VOD. We'll go back and watch it. I was picking your ass too, motherfucker. I was picking you too, motherfucker. Fuck yourself. Shit on. Let's go to the next round. All right, this round, know what the fuck Falcons are doing. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at it. You got two guys from Falcons fucking each other in the same corner. Why are they in the same corner jumping up and down like that?
Well, there's a smoke blooming. I don't know. This whole round was like absolute chaos if you back it up. There's a lot of finessing going on, close kills, and then this is unfortunately what happens. You get no A through smoke, so it just turns into this like absolute whiff fest. Everybody involved trying to get kills.
Nah, this was trolly from the Falcons, man.
Go
Look,
back
there's
to the beginning of the round. Wait, hold on. Go back to the beginning of the round, bro. I gotta see what these guys are thinking.
Listen, Tom, today your clips are starting a little bit too late. I gotta give you some honest
The
feedback. Bro.
fuck?
You gotta rewind another 10 or 15 seconds. There we go.
well, you're the executive producer. You don't fucking
Okay,
produce.
well, I'll start to give you links to clips then if you need that. Absolutely, I'm down.
All right. Benji's trying to start beef. Go ahead, Duarte. What'd you want to say? What'd you want to say,
I just
Duarte?
want to see what the fuck they were doing here. Like, okay, Cell's watching over AG. AG's in the corner. Like, this is basic setup. Fine. But then why does, like, Cell get in the same corner with him?
That was
They're
trolly,
both
was
in
it
the
not?
same
Was that
thing.
not trolly?
Yes. This
Okay,
is so...
MC's lucky to not get paid.
Okay,
Like,
bro, if they smoke out MC and AG should just back up and give them bomb control and wait for their teammates to make a play or group up. Like, you're not going to contest this smoke. Like, it's just pointless.
yeah.
But did you guys see Optic strat there though? I really like Optic strat there.
What they
How they smoke the bomb, they let Shotzi get to the mid cut and just lay down, cut off all mid, get some information while Dashy, I believe, goes there, or Merc goes there early, gets info. Then Shotzi gets it, so then they just have their side B, they have mid cut, like they're good to go. Like, it's actually a good strat.
It's weird too. They
Yeah.
sent Merc mid by himself. He was the only one there, and then this is kind of where
He's just
Shotzi
backing
makes
him
the
down.
play.
And then they smoke it, Shotzi gets the mid cut here. So if anyone tries to hit mid cut to like get aggressive, Shotzi's getting a freebie.
Yeah. No, it is a good play.
I just need to counter this, and I think is that like, bro, I'm telling you, like, the solo A player, you see nothing. Like, I think either commit to the wrap back and double or pinch and like try.
Bro, you all, it's absolutely wild. though.
JP said delete this. We see the
Yo,
strats,
sorry,
JP, I had to
JP.
call y'all out.
We see the strats,
I had to call it
JP.
out.
Bro, you know what's wild though? AG and Cell were in war, and the guy mid was just standing there, and the guy A was still shouldering A. Like they were just they weren't even reacting at all, while the other two were in war. That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Not a single movement out of any of them.
Nothing, Duarte. Nothing. And then after that, I mean, we could head into the overload. I didn't have anything in my notes for the overload other than Shotzi shits on him. That's what I wrote down. Shotzi shits
Yeah.
on him.
Right.
I mean, he started off, 18-6 first half? Just running around in their base, just piecing them up. And then I think he ended 32-16 on the map. And just doing shit like this, like hitting gaps, like finding different pinches to hit, constantly getting aggressive. I mean, Shotzi just does a really good job just being annoying on overload. I feel like in this mode, like him and Hook are going to be so hard to track in overload. They're just going to be everywhere. And they do a really good job. Ben, I know you mentioned in overload that you like the way Optic runs the device and moves the device. Where some of these other teams, Benja, ain't looking so hot when they grab the device.
Yeah, because Optic will wrap, they'll fake it out. Like they actually get active on the map. Whenever we saw Falcons with the ball, they were just stiff, not moving. And look, like, you know, there are multiple ways to win. And like you could say that there's a way to play this where you just kind of face smash and you get the kills, like so be it. But like I don't know if that's the most efficient way to play, especially with how the spawns happens when the ball drops. Like I feel like Optic's just ahead on that meta.
Because Optic doesn't like just fucking have their ball carrier, drone carrier, whatever you want to call it, like just be with the pack all the time. Like what they do is they grab the ball and they hold the rock, but they just wait for somebody to create space in the lane. And if somebody creates that space in the lane, then they wrap to that lane every time. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
which is literally, I mean,
That's how you should play the game.
Makes fucking perfect sense.
Yeah, but
Most people, what they'll do is they'll grab the rock wherever the rock is, and they'll just like try to face bully into that lane rather than kind of just taking their time with it and waiting for somebody to create the space. They try to force it. So Optic's just ahead.
I will say, but Optic's also doing another twist on it, which is they're doing the COD equivalent of running a sluggo route. Like they'll fake like they're wrapping it, but then they'll actually push back because the person in the initial lane got a kill and they'll actually hit that. Like they just try to create space and make like easier gunfights.
They just try to spread. They just try to spread people out, and then once they find the opening, they just take it down.
Shotzi would have got the 3-piece there. You see how Shotzi's just constantly pinching through mid and just finding these 2 pieces on the flanks and then just staying alive. It just buys so much space on the map, and Optic are able to go up too. And I mean, he starts off the map 16-4, he ends 18-6 on the round. And I didn't really have much to say in the overload from Optic. I mean, I thought Optic just played the map like flawlessly, and obviously Falcons at this point, I think we're just in a blender, right? I mean, they were losing composure here. But any other final thoughts with Optic Texas and the Riyadh Falcons? Any other final thoughts, guys?
Optic looks good. The one thing I will say about this Xnit thing, because Xnit is a good player and he could be really good, but I don't want them to do this Xnit project, like try to have him on the team, but make him just an objective base, get hill, plant bombs and everything. Like if you're gonna have Xnit on the team, let him do his strong suit, which is run around and fry.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern with that team so far. We'll see where they go, but Xnit's not gonna play well if he's just forced to play that role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Why did they pick up kids if they were going to swap those roles to begin with?
They don't want Xnit running a sub. Or Xnit wants to run a sub, so they picked up a flex. Like they wanted Xnit and Pred on subs.
They just thought Kismet could be adaptable and still be good on the flex or whatever.
I think, look, for Falcons, they're going to get waxed by Thieves this weekend. I think the big test is next week. So let's see what they do with the reps this weekend and practice next weekend. If they hit the bed next weekend, I think it'll be time for the combo.
Yeah, still early, so we'll see what happens with the Falcons and obviously Optic Texas, world champs, CWC champs. I mean, they're starting the season hot. I think we all expected it. I mean, ever since they picked up Merc, I mean, they've looked unreal. Seems like the chemistry is still there, and they're looking good to start the season. So good win from them. Any other thoughts before we hop in to the next one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's hop into the next series of the day. We had a Carolina Royal Ravens going up against Boston Breach, and Boston are able to win this one 3-1 against Carolina. Start things off with a Colossus hard point, 250 to 153. Around 11 in the Scar Search ends up 6-5 Carolina. It's the only map they're able to win. A 2-3 in favor of Boston in the Dent Control, and then the Exposure hard point, 250 to 214 in favor of Boston Breach. We'll take a look here at the stat sheet. For Carolina, we had a 0.98 from Craze, a 0.91 from Nero, a 0.82 from Slasher. The only one positive was Lurks with a 1.02. Just tallying. And on the other side for Boston, we got Cammy with a 1.06. Nasty with a 1.4 today. What a series from Nasty. A 0.82 from Purge and a 1.06 for Snoopy. Boston boys looking good here. We'll scroll down, take a look at the match MVP. It's going to be Nasty with a 1.42 in hardpoint and a 1.14 in search. The control seems to be a little glitched up today, or the overload. So, you know, maybe it'll fix that. But good plays coming in from Nasty. I think he's picking up right where he left off with Vancouver. So he's looking really good. Chris, we'll start with you, and we'll work our way up. We'll switch it around. What did you think, Chris? What did you think of the series? Carolina versus Boston.
I thought the Ravens have, they showed some signs of at least having some players capable of shooting back on their team, but ultimately I think their just fundamentals are out the window. And with such a young team with Craze and Lurks and obviously Nero's not that young anymore, but like just reckless team, I guess. I mean, I don't expect these guys to be a very strong team this season. They did manage to have 2 close games though. That first map, I'm still mind blown. They managed to win it when Snoopy started off, or Boston managed to win it when Snoopy started off getting absolutely harpooned, and he still ended up positive in the series. But ultimately, I mean, Cammy's been shooting in this game, and Nasty just had a really good series. Nasty just has those random pop-off series, and he just had another one. So the AR duo on Boston's looking pretty good to start off the season. But I mean, this Ravens team it's just weird, bro. Like they have 3 subs realistically on their team still. I get they have, they swapped one more to a flex, but it just doesn't make sense on paper, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think, Benjay? What are your thoughts?
I'm willing to give Carolina a decent amount of time with this roster because I kind of see the potential here. The way that it's kind of scoring up, it seems like to me Nero's playing pretty safe, and they're trying to really let Craze and Lurks like limit tests. And I think it's going to be a case of how can they push the fundamentals in those guys, because you see the individual play those guys have, their ability to get kills and multi-kills, like there's something that they can work with here. I know Austin didn't play that great in the middle of this series. There were a lot of big delays in this one, which probably didn't contribute positively. And they got off to a hot start map 1. They kind of tossed. I think the other 3 were pretty winnable. Like, I'm not fully out in Carolina. Like, I actually think there's some work that can be done here. I don't know if it'll get done by Major 1, but like, if these guys can find a way to be like top 8 this split, like that's good progress for them. I think there's a roster that can stick and make it work.
I don't think they're going to be terrible, but
really
top
annoying to play
8.
against.
That's what you're
I don't think they're going to be.
Yeah, but top eight will dodge any changes. If they get fucking dead last, like, you know, whatever. But like,
top 8 means there's potential for top 6. You know what I'm saying?
It's a Boston situation from last year. Like, bro, they need some time to build off of the squad of like players that haven't teamed together. And like, I see the thought process. They look really good, and they're going to play well on a map like a Colossus theoretically. Although they got kind of snoopied. I
still think it's just weird. But either way, they're playing a team with like tons of chem for the most part.
I think Nero can run an AR for what it's worth. So like, I don't know about the 3-sub thing. I don't think it's that big of a problem. I think it's more just fundamentals for this team.
Yeah.
Like, are they going to figure it out? Are they not? I don't know, but I see the thought process here. I'm not like out on the team.
What about you, Dill? People are saying Slasher slow. In the chat, I see Sam Octane in here. Octane's in Disneyland right now, for people wondering. He's away for a couple days.
Say hi to Mickey and Minnie first, Octane. I will say the biggest thing about Carolina right now is that they showed on the map one that they can get kills. The issue is when they were outslaying the first half of the game, they were down. So like Boston, you have a team that will get outslayed in hard points and still somehow win. They have very fundamental, smart players. Carolina, on the other hand, has a lot of young players with talent that can get a lot of kills, but they can't transition that into a lot of hill time, and that's just where their struggle was. Then they just kind of took the rest of the series. I mean, the rest of the series, I think we had a longer tech pause in the actual gameplay during this series, but it was just lack of inexperience from Carolina, and then Boston being a really fundamentally sound hardpoint team, and yeah, that's kind of how they took it.
Yeah. What about you, Pat? What did you think?
I mean, I absolutely disagree with Ben. I'm out on this team already. I don't like. Okay, when I break this team down, you got like 2 new cracked shooters, right? They can shoot. They came up though in like crack COD, where like fundamentals weren't the most important thing. You have Nero, who we've talked about for years, who is literally just like 1 gear. He can absolutely win you a map. He could lose you a map, flip a coin. And then you have Slasher, who's like obviously a vet, but like one of the more fundamentally sound players throughout his Call of Duty career. I don't know what the project here is trying to do. Like, are you trying to take these like cracked style shooters and like rub Slasher fundamentals off on them? Because I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think I saw Austin wall jump once. I don't blame him. I mean, Austin, we could start a dive only league. I'm down.
You want to bring the MA back too, fucking while you're
MA dive only league.
I just don't know what this Carolina project is trying to achieve. Like just from the pure roster construction, I just think they're all over the place. Like I don't think they're gonna mesh. I don't think you're gonna like. I don't think Slasher style is ever gonna match Craze, Lurks, and Neros like ever.
Yeah, I think it'll probably just end with Austin getting dropped. You would think, and they're just gonna try and just go all in on that pace.
Maybe, but I don't even know if that's a good idea. That's another I think they're in the same boat. They're just in a weird spot. So, yeah, I think they'll probably play out season 1 or stage 1, sorry, and then see how it goes. But I don't like the grass isn't greener for me for this team.
Lurks is unbelievable. They gotta build around him, Pat. I think they gotta build around
him. Yeah, make a decision like that. Like if you see talent and you just want to go all in on that, then do that. But like, yeah, it's just a weird composition. I just don't know what the game plan is.
I don't think they were in a good spot ever because they were one of the last teams to form. So it's not like they had a plethora of great options. And I guess the idea here, to your point, is to try and get Austin and Brian Saint to help these guys with fundies and see if you put Nero.
I disagree. I would think it'd be the opposite. I think Austin's mentality should be fuck the fundies. Like Austin should just go out there and kill her, bro. Like just literally focus on getting kills and hope the coin flip of Nero works and the other Lurks and Craze do their thing. Like
kind of see
be the breaking team. Like I don't think like changing. Bro, we've talked about this. Like changing the way people play is hard. It takes time. Like you're not just gonna like force fundamentals onto these guys overnight. So
for what it's worth, Pat, I mean, watch them play now. This in the launch tournament. they are making a fundamental effort to like Nero so kill and let Lurks and Craze kind of do their thing. So like I think there is a little bit of a tweak on the funny thing. Like they're trying to give those two as much of a green light as they can. They are gonna have to reel it back a little bit at some point. To Dylan's point, like they could have blown out that Colossus off the rip with the amount of kills they were getting, and somehow was playing the least efficient COD of all time. So I'm not. Listen, I see where you guys are. I'm not fully out. I want to see what happens.
Did you say Nero is the one soaking hill? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think he had the most hill time on the team. Do you not?
Yeah, I mean that's never what I want to see.
Yeah, it doesn't really suit him, right? You're used to him like running at cuts.
One gear, bro. Tell him to go.
Let's take a look at some of the clips. Wrong scene. Let's take a look at some of the clips here and see what's going on. So I do want to take it over to the P3 here in the second rotation. I feel like it was a pretty back and forth game, which, by the way, Colossus is a very mixy map. Just a lot of the hills are just like floodfest, in my opinion. It's a lot of flooding. I think spawns is really important on some of these hills, especially the hills in the corners, because you spawn so close. Like those back spawns are so close to the hard point. The last thing you want is spawning front and getting pushed out from top mid and stuff. And I know top mid and tunnel control is really big, but this is kind of like the first hill where we saw some separation, and it was Boston Breach with a big hold on his P3. And you can see kind of how it starts. It starts with a pinch from Purge. It's a 3v3 situation. Nasty and Cammy are doing a good job at his hard point, just working some kills. And I think the biggest thing here is Boston just picking a side and winning these fights. They got here early. Carolina, they got in here for a second, but it doesn't last because Purge ends up pinching them and three-piecing them, which, by the way, he was doing this all game. Just constant pinches.
Crazy movement right here.
Yeah, that was disgusting. That was fucking disgusting.
Two of them were -10 and they were up, by the way.
Yeah, which Duarte explained to the people. I mean, sometimes kills isn't everything, right? If you're not making use of your kills, and Boston clearly was not outslaying in the beginning. I mean, they literally had 2 players double negative at one point.
He was on a 4-23 watch.
That just means that Boston were playing the map the right way, and like even though they might not have been getting the kills, like that means that they were probably weakening people and just being involved in the play, which allowed Cammy and Nasty to get all the kills. You know what I'm saying? So they were just playing better fundamental COD that way.
So this is what I wanted to talk about, though, right? 30 seconds go by. Boston builds a little bit of a lead. But Carolina, look at this rotation. Let me rewind it back a little bit. Look how Carolina played this. It starts with Slasher. He wins the fight. Me, personally, I think they should be challenging the back. I think Carolina should be pushing through this and, like, trying to use their numbers here. You just got to kill, and there's one on old. So you know you have the numbers here. You should know. If you don't know, then what the hell are they doing? There's one dead, one on old. Basically a 3v2 here. Number 1's looking at pinch. Just give it up, right? Number 3's got to just hit the back. Like, flood this out, flip the spawns. But look what they do. They turtle and hill. They don't move. They literally just sit here. Boston's probably waiting for fights that just never come. So they're like, okay, well, there we go. We just got spawns for free. And then watch what happens, right? The flood comes in. Boston, they start flooding in. And even if they die, right, the kills go down. Look, Carolina, the team kill comes in. Crazy gets a kill. Boom. But look at where Boston's spawning. And look at where Carolina's spawning.
Can I give you an idea, Tom? Can you back it up? Where does number 3 spawn? Because I think what might have helped is someone going top middle here. Because I understand why they're picking up bottom tunnel because they're trying to kill the guy off of old. But I'm curious where
you don't need to kill the guy off of old. Just leave him on old. Just leave him there. You don't need to kill him. Someone
should still go top middle because then you're watching 2 of the 3 ways they're hitting the fucking hill, like the front.
Well, even number 4 right there, like it's not a bad play to go to the hill, but like Ben said, two of them could go to the hill. One of them could hit through mid, but they just all got to the hill and camped up. Like, you need to have some kind of information on the map. Like, they just sat there with a trophy thinking it's going to save them, and it was just a terrible play. Like, they were just waiting to get broken here. There was no chance they were going to hold this.
Yeah, like, then look, the Purge waltzes through back ramp and, like, uncontested. Without even getting shot. Like, nobody's even shooting at him. Like, it just looked so... To me, like, it just looked like they were scared. Like, bro, you got to pick. One's an old. It's literally a 3v2, 4v2 at the next hard point. Just play through it. Like, push through it, use your numbers, and flip the map. That way, you spawn them front, and you can actually get a proper hold and get some time here. But instead, look, I mean, Boston gets the back spawns, and they build their lead even more, right? Crazy's trying to pinch around for spawns, but it's too late now, right? 20 seconds left to go, and Boston built their lead again, and it headed into a P1. It's kind of how Boston was able to win this map, right? I mean, the rest of the map was pretty scrappy, and Boston was able to close it out. But those are like probably the biggest mistake that I saw from Carolina today is like not making use of their kills, right? You get the blood, got a guy on old, use your numbers and get spawns, and they just didn't do that. But anybody got anything else to say about that? All right, phenomenal.
No, but can I ask, why does no one use Simtex? Is it G8?
Nah, people just like throwing detonades now. It's like the new thing. People just like throwing detonades on the ground. Kind of slows people down, but I do feel like some Texas are better.
great.
I feel like they're better for subs in like those close quarter combats, like when you're trying to play alive and like you can throw one to the floor and like back up. You know, I don't know. People just don't really like some Texas though, which is weird. Why do you think?
I was gonna say that some Texas in general and nades in general in this game are pretty bad. They don't have like a big radius at all, and even more so with some Texas. So
Yeah, but when you overclock it, you get a bigger radius.
no, you
Nah,
don't.
you can't overclock.
You can't
Yeah, it's not,
overclock it, but also you don't get a
Why
bigger
can't you
radius.
overclock?
You don't get a
Like,
bigger
it's not-
radius. It just does more
It's not
damage.
allowed in like the competitive tournaments.
Is it G8? Is overclocking G8?
But I thought
right
it
now?
was allowed.
Is it? I don't think
Wait,
it's allowed.
what's
it's not.
wait,
Pros
what-
in chat, is overclocking
I
G8
was
right now
told.
or
I
no?
was told by some pros that because you can't tell if it's on or not, that we have to run it, right? Like they have to run it. But I
Why
don't
wouldn't
know.
you run it
Jeez.
though? They basically like nerfed normal nades from every COD ever, and like the overclock just puts it back to like the normal level.
Bro, when you get the strong arm overclock, you can literally line up the nades perfectly because it gives you a fucking arrow. Like, I think what will happen, and
I was strong arming Ghost. Why are you so weird now, bro? Like this M8 thing has pissed me off. The
You think-
fucking BO7 M8 is worse than the BO3 and the BO2 M8, but it's G8'd. You're telling me that because there's a previs fucking trail drawn when you throw your grenade, it's too OP? What the fuck are we talking about?
Are you cool that everybody can do it though? Like literally all 8 players. That's fine.
Bro, in Ghost, it was a 1-point perk to run strong arm.
It's true.
But we've already been over this, bro. If it's
And you
not,
could chuck it map fucking wide. I literally spawned up on Warhawk, looked up in the sky, and stunned the other team in their spawn. What are we talking about?
Well, even MW3 when Skies did it too on Karachi when he was throwing those carnades, getting 3 pieces. That's when it got banned after, or G8 banned after.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah. It's really weird, honestly. I mean, bro, we played with everything back in the day. Even the 2-round sniper rule is I'm sorry, it's dumb, bro. It's so dumb.
I agree,
don't
it's
mind it.
dumb,
I don't mind
but
it.
bro,
Nah, it's
sniping
dumb.
is
No, it's dumb.
fucking insane nowadays. I don't know what they did.
bro, the
but
aim assist is strongest.
Sniping is
a lot
the
of
easiest
whips
shit
today,
I've
though.
ever seen, bro.
A lot of whiffs today. I'll just say
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Bro,
it doesn't
people were
matter, bro.
whiffing left and right today. Everybody, because the thing is pros actually throw good shimmies. Like, yeah, if you're playing Dumb and Dumber, right, in whatever tournament you're playing, Pat, and people are just walking out and it's just free picks, it's different. But when you're playing fucking pros and they're slide canceling into positions and throwing these hard cut shimmies and that don't make a sniper useless. You know, you can literally just ignore a sniper, go the other way on the map, or counter it by sniping back. Right, I just think that the whole the snipers are OP thing is a little bit drawn out of proportion here, because if it is OP, then use it and show us why it's OP, and then we'll GA it, right?
Well,
Don't GA
I don't think
it
it should
before.
ever be GA'd.
Don't GA it before the season starts. Use it for 2-3 weeks and see how it goes. Let's see how OP it is. Let's see if people.
Wait, are they playing with no attachment on their sniper?
Yeah, they are.
No, Dill, I was gonna tell you this, bro. You were cheating in the hits tourney. Your sniper class had all 5 attachments.
Oh shit.
All 5, bro.
Oh,
I'm obviously not
cheating
gonna say
bastard.
anything. I'm on your team,
Shit.
but you had it stacked.
Did I?
Yeah, it was stacked out.
Damn,
bro.
no wonder Tom's team showed up to B one time and then never came back after that.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
good,
sniped,
Dylan.
I sniped them one time at B. They said, yep, we're going back to A.
Hey, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying. So
Hey, but
Exactly,
see, Dill, you see what I'm
exactly.
saying? We adapted.
Yeah, I
Dill.
didn't even know,
We
but let's get
adapted.
that. That actually got me so hyped.
We made you useless, Dale. We made you useless with the snipe. That's what these pros can be doing. They can be doing that. You know what I mean?
You guys did.
But let's take a look here at this shitty play from Carolina, because this was terrible. What is the play call here? What is it? All right, it's a 5-4 round. Carolina could close out the map here. But I was a little bit confused here at what the play call was. You have Craze on the opposite side of the map with the bomb by himself. And maybe they were just trying to make noise A side so Craze could get like a sneak plant. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what the play call was here. Then Craze like shows himself. He gets shot and boom, look where he dies.
You back it up like 30 seconds before that's like just when the round started. Like, how do they get in this spot?
They
You
ran
spread-
there off the break.
They went full spread off the rip on this round.
Yeah, two guys went left. Okay, look, Craze throws a shimmy. They don't see anybody here, and then once they notice that nobody's on his plane, he just pushes up. One guy goes to pick up mid, while Craze by himself pushes up plane. And then I just don't really know what the play call is here. I just don't know what the play. Luckily for them, they end up going on to win the round 11. and it didn't really seem to matter. But I mean, Carolina were up in this map, and I was waiting for them to close it out, and they gave up a couple rounds. They lost the defense, the 5-3 round, then they lose this offense, and I just like I wasn't really too sure when I saw the strat like what they were doing here, you know. Unless somebody else could figure out what the play call was here. Like Duarte, you got anything for this? You see anything here? What? I mean, you got some of the best analysis in the game. I mean, you see
those
like
guys they're just faded. So they were taking what I was saying. We're like, yo, try to split the map, see where the opening is, and wrap the ball, but not the ball, but the fucking the bomb. And but they just split it way too hard, bro. What the fuck were they doing with the bomb over there, bro?
And they just didn't sell the like. If you're gonna run the real fake, you gotta sell the fake. Otherwise, you look, you know. So like, it just
that's diabolical, bro. The bomb carrier was literally in fucking Narnia.
I do love the coordinated grenades from Carolina, though, in his round 11. They double nade top catwalk, and they're able to pick Cammy out of here. And then after they get the pick, bro, what I want to see from Carolina is running at people using their numbers, and that's what they did. They ended up running at them, getting the trades, and they turned it into a 3v1, which then turned into a 2v1. But, you know, they still close it out anyway. But much better from Carolina in the round 11 offense. Just working together, calling a strat, coordinating grenades. Yeah.
So when they throw the first nade, the first set of nades, I wonder if they planned this like right here where they throw the nade top motel. Because I wonder if the plan is to nade the top and then we see where Slasher is. Yeah, so he's gonna throw the nade to get the next kill of a guy that goes to the steps, like the guy that backed down
all the way from
because he got the second kill because number 5 rotated to the steps and Slasher. So I think that's the plan, to back the guy down with those nades. And then Slasher throws like a deeper one for at the bottom of the steps. That might be actual setup play.
Yeah, and you can see too. I think that initial stun that came in, they were looking for the lay down, the prone crawling that everybody does, where they crawl. You see that stun that popped? I'm sure they're probably looking for something. They don't want somebody crawling through there. It might have been a little early though, but I think that crawling strap, by the way, is gonna be like really bad here in a few weeks. I think people are gonna start getting caught doing that. Like people are gonna start getting wall banged. People are gonna start checking it.
Wall banging.
But much better in the round 11 from Carolina. Any other thoughts on the search?
I think to add on Dylan's point, like one thing to keep in mind with this year so far is the trophy generate is like super slow. So in the situation that Dylan just outlined, like I didn't seem like Cam had a trophy. I don't know if they're running 2 trophies, if someone else didn't have a trophy, but like that is gonna
trophy unless I'm
really big.
Unless I'm missing something from what I've played, trophies take fucking ages to generate in this game.
Yeah.
Why does fast hands not fucking impact your throw speed?
On nades?
On just any throwables. That's like what it's always done forever.
Yeah, they swapped it to like reload speed and weapon swapping.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
From what I know, I think they are looking at potentially from talking to some people, they're looking at the generate on field upgrades. So I do think it needs a little bit of a buff so that like, you know, there's more options, but at the moment, like especially in a search situation, like nade strats, you might find a pick if they don't got a trophy down.
Purge must have got some insane timing with like the way the
but I do like the way that Purge played this. Like again, like Ben, like you talked about, like moving the device left and right just staggers the defense so much. And that's what Purge does here, right? Like 2 guys from Carolina start pushing through because they have the numbers and they start chasing, and they know that, right? Cammy gets the blood. Right, Purge starts getting active, and then I don't even know what happened here, but Carolina must have got their ankles broken or something, because number 3, I just don't know why Craze would give it up. I mean, Craze, he gave up the right side of the map, and I mean, I'd be yelling at the Stallions when they be doing this shit, man. I'm like, if they're running right, don't give up right.
This is some nerdy shit, but like, bro, if somebody could like internalize like the exact time that it takes for you to like update on the like on the game for them, like for the enemy team,
doesn't matter in this situation.
And no, what I'm saying is like constantly like manage that in their head while they're running the rock. That would be insane. You'd probably be fucking.
But even somebody in the chat though, even somebody in the chat said it was delayed, like the device was delayed, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the device was delayed, because look, number 2 has mid. Like number 2 and number 4 have the mid doors and the mid stairs. Like they have to run out. Like they have the cross. Like number 4, even right here, has the whole cross. If he runs downstairs, if he runs through mid, number 4 is killing him. Number 2 is also there. There is nothing else for Craze to look at besides his right side of the map. That's the only thing he needs to look at. He gives it up. And now it's shocked.
I mean, his teammate literally just died there too. Like, it's not like he didn't know they were coming there. His teammate literally died in front of his face.
Has nothing to do with the device.
There wasn't a trade.
Bro, Paz retarded, bro.
I also want to back it up even more. I'm curious what you guys think. Lurks actually pushes out the other side of the map and then wraps back in hindsight, do you think that potentially the better play in these situations, but you think people are going to like ISO try and cap B if you think it's going there, just try and flank the middle? Like instead of wrapping back and just being completely out of the play?
No. Flanking would have been trolly. Flanking would have been horrible there. Because at least here, Ben, at least wrapping back, he can pick up the mid cross. He can pick up the lobby and stairs cross here and help his teammates, right? Like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where
Like,
if he pinched, because if he pinches middle and they just run forward, he's useless. He's out of the play. Like it's it's chalked. At least here he picks something up for his team to the point where Craze doesn't need to worry about it now, but he's still worried about it. Right, and Purge is in the chat. What did Purge say? What did he say? I saw his name fight. He said, "Yo, crossed him up." Hey, Purge, you crossed him up over here.
Craze on skates right there. Young Kyrie
had him on skates. Purge had him on skates. Purge, unbelievable. But listen, if you're defending and they're running the point right, do not give up right at any time. If your teammate dies right, you have to pick up right. If they come through middle, that's on your teammates coming off spawn to pick that up. And I'm gonna be honest. Most teams are not going through middle. Let's be honest. Most teams are not doing that. You know, like somebody's there to pick it up. Lurks came back, had the cross. Number 2's coming off spawn. They have it. They can't go anywhere.
He plays a lot through middle on this map is Optic, bro. People gotta take notes. That's what I'm saying.
They run through lobby? What do you mean?
Are you talking about a no?
I'm talking about in that situation right there.
Are you talking about Lurks or are you talking about...
No, I'm talking about Purge. Like, say Optic was in Purge's shoes. Yeah, you think they're running right through lobby, right through middle, into their back spawn. You think they're bringing the point there as a device.
Not just spawn, but you're talking about middle to go to, like, computers to, like, tap, like, to actually use the map and not, like, full wrap it back.
Oh, yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
We're talking about two different things. I'm saying, like,
Optic, we are.
Optic does a good job of using the middle of the map and keeping people confused on this. And, like, I think that's the difference because everybody plays one lane where Optic's playing two. Sometimes three at the same time.
Yeah. We were saying two different things for mid, but I was talking about lobby, like pushing through lobby instead of going through like mid server room and cutting to, you know, that BS&D site, you know, I thought you meant like pushing through lobby, like into where they're spawning. Cause that just won't work, right? Like Craze doesn't need to pick up mid. He doesn't need to pick up mid lobby or stairs. He doesn't need to pick that up. He can just hold right. And then we do the same thing here. Now we have it on the other side. Right now it's Carolina in the same position as Boston, but look at what they do. They just sit there. They just sit there.
Play right here?
Like, what was the play? Like, why not run away and like try and like go mid, go back to like try and like stagger them, like try and move the device around. Instead, you just keep the device here, and Boston's like, okay, well, we're just gonna get a pick and run you down, right? Like it's like
Exhibit A, bro. The bomb guy, or not the bomb guy, but the fucking drone guy is the first guy in line, bro. What are we doing?
Bro, I was saying this when I was coaching the Stallions, Chris. I was like, if you have the device, right, you basically have the football, and you're not going to run the football with no blockers in front of you, right? Like, you need blockers. Like, you need people fighting for you to get you into the point. And if you're, like, leading the pack, especially now that you have a pistol, it's even worse. You know, so, I'm not really too sure what Carolina was doing there. Any other thoughts on the overload?
If you got no blockers, you either be running with pace or running like Derrick Henry, and they were doing neither, so.
Absolutely, Benja. Any final thoughts, guys, on the overload? All right, and then we go into the exposure hard point. Guys, we got a new hard point on exposure. The P4 was changed during the Season 1 update, and we're going to see it here in this map number 4. We have basically a tie game here in the second rotation going into a P4. And take a look at this new hard point. They actually made a room here, and Boston locked this shit the fuck down. I mean, they get here on an early rotation. They have every lane covered. They have the spawns covered, and look at Carolina. They try and push left and try and go around the back, but Boston just doing a good job holding spawns. Spawns are important on the first wave, and that's exactly what they do here. They hold on to the back spawns. Carolina try and go around, and after they get the first wave, what does Purge do? Look at number 5 on a mini-map. He's running at him. He's pushing up, getting as much space as possible. He's got the whole left side of the map cut, so he can just tell his teammates to look mid and right. And then once he wins that 1v1 and hits that shot punch in the middle of the map, now it's chalked. Now these guys pushing front have to worry about their pinch. They have no idea what's going on. Lurks dies, he dies, everybody dies. And Boston pretty much running away with a full 60 on this new P4. What do you guys think about the new hard point? You like it or no?
Yeah, I like it, but yo, the devs got to fix the map, bro, because the map is like not updated. It shows that like long passageway still there, and it's just simply blocked off. So they got to fix that, bro.
I think this hill is a classic like push out hill, because you really can't play like tight around it. There's a lot of stuff in that room that you can wallbang if you like just try and experiment a little bit with it. But I think it's better than the old P4. I mean, the old P4 was under the ring, and it was just an absolute flank fest.
What did you guys think about Carolina trying to break this? They all went mid and left. Nobody really like lurked right. Do you think somebody should be taking around right?
You have to go right here.
You have to, right?
Yeah, going right.
You have to get around the back, because if you try to go through mid in the front door, like look how deep number 8 is. He just has everything back here.
Yeah. And if you're not pinching this out, they'll just keep spawning there. They'll keep spawning in that corner if you don't pinch it. Like you have to pinch that. You see where number 6 just spawned?
If you just go through the backside, like you have one doorway to work with front. At least if you get through the right, you have the side door and the back door to break hill. But right now, like you're not breaking it to the left.
I think at the very least, if you want to, I was gonna say if you want to be like nitpicky, go around the right and maybe try to get somebody top ring, and like the guy in the ring just is like annoying, and then the rest of them go around.
Yeah.
The better place to stack your numbers on the right for the first push to actually like get those trades, and then have the guys off spawn to the last guy in line go middle, like you said.
I think you go right and you finesse on solar, and you can probably get a pick or two. But you can just get in the hill from side door. Like, yeah, you want to eventually get the back, pull them out and push out. But like you can, I think going right, you can make a lot of plays on this one on the break.
Yeah, and then Carolina, I mean, they almost brought it back. I mean, they had some pretty good holds and almost brought it back, but it just wasn't enough. The full 60 was just enough wiggle room for Boston to just keep flooding hill and end up closing it out. But any other final thoughts on Boston and Carolina before we head into the last series of the day? Any final thoughts, guys? All right.
No, the series took fucking forever.
Yeah, it did. I mean,
what was the reason for the delay?
They couldn't get the observers in the lobby, apparently. Which, hopefully they can figure that out. But, I mean, it took literally, over an hour to start map 4?
An hour and a half.
It was a long
I walked
series.
2 miles, Tom. I started late. I walked 2 miles for 45 minutes.
I like that deal.
After the delay.
I like that.
Still didn't start.
It's good work. It's good work. Yeah, people were coming into my chat like, yo, what the hell? I went to the gym, and 2 hours later, it's still here. Or I stepped away, and they're still in the same spot. But yeah, we finally got through it, and then we get to the last series of the day. We had the LA Thieves going up against FaZe Vegas, and this one was a 3-0 victory for the LA Thieves. It was 250 to 225 on a Den Hard point, 6-4 on the Scar S&D, and 5-4 on the Exposure Overload, which had a crazy ending, which I think everybody loves to see with the third game mode in Overload, because it's a lot more exciting than Control. And I do think it was funny that a lot of pros were talking shit about Overload one day into the game without even giving it a try for a few weeks. And I think we're beginning to see very quickly that Overload is a lot of fun to watch. But let's go down and take a look at the stat sheet. Abezy with a 1.35. You got to think he was playing. He was trying to make a statement here, I think, with this series, with the 1.35. So Tyler Abezy showing what he does. And then Hydra with a 1.11. You had Kenny with a 0.95. And you had Ernesto Scrap with a 0.82. Just doing whatever they got to do in the map. I think if you take a look at that damage department for LA Thieves, despite the KDs, everybody dropping about the same amount of damage here. So good to see the teamwork from them. On the other side, you had a 0.76 from 04, a 0.98 from Abuza, a 0.79 from Draza. The only one positive was Simp to Pimp with a 1.38 from Simp.
So imagine you had those two 1.3 subs on the same team.
On the same team, Pat. You got to think, man.
It would probably work. They'd probably win a couple trips a year.
Mm-hmm. You could see. Just,
unfortunately, Ben sabotaged it and wanted to see FaZe crumble from the inside.
Come on, Ben J. Come on.
Because Abezy wasn't winning enough spiral gunfights.
We had a 1.52 in Hardpoint from Abezy, a 2.0 in Surge. Not sure what the overload KD was, but Abezy making a statement here. Great series from him as he's the match MVP. Benjay, we'll start with you on this one. FaZe Vegas, they fall 3-0. There were some close maps here, but LA Thieves showing some ice here early in the 2026 season. What are your thoughts, Benjay? Go ahead.
This series kind of played out a little bit similar to like when they played in the Kason tournament. Like all these maps were very close, and FaZe just, even though the slaying seems to not be in FaZe's favor, they just seem to not be able to close out these maps. The team's got a lot of shade of another team that Draws was on, that LA Thieves Vanguard team. I felt it was like very similar. Like I see the fundamentals. I think there are a few mistakes they're making, and I think it might be coming down to communication and just learning the game. Obviously, getting more kills would help probably close out some of these maps, but like, bro, they choked too many maps between the last two times they played Thieves. I thought all three maps were super winnable in the series.
What about you, Dill? What you think of the series?
It was a good series. Like Ben said, LA or FaZe could have won map 1 Den. They actually took that same exact map at the Kaysan tourney. Then they went up 4-1 in S&D, which is just unacceptable to lose.
Yeah.
But LAT just has better hardpoint players and better respawn players overall. So you saw once they were able to get in the game. Oh my God! Once they were able to get in the game, they just ran with it. It was over.
Yeah. What about you, Pat? What you think?
All that mattered to me, Tom, in this series was that Kenny showed life. That was it, Tom.
Wait.
All I was looking for.
Wait, what did you say, Pat?
Sorry.
All I was looking for was Kenny to show some life, Tom. And we got a heartbeat. Because I thought he was dead after the Kaysan tournament.
Oh, you thought he was dead? No, he's still there, Slay. He's still there, and he played good today. He played really good.
That's what I'm saying. We saw some. That's all that mattered to me today.
It's such a weird series. Ernie dropped a 0.8. When do we ever see that?
Yeah, but to be fair, they all have the same damage. Like, they're probably just team shooting, and I mean, some of the kills weren't falling Ernie's way, right? I mean, who gives a fuck about the KD when everybody's shooting and the damage is there? I mean, Ernie's doing whatever he's got to do to get the W. The damage was even.
Kim was taking a little bit from Benjay this series. He was just ironclad with the L trigger. No bullshit.
You think you watched that VOD in the tournament?
He might have, bro.
I just think Thieves had a lot of really good breaks in map 1, and I think that's how they kind of stayed in and pulled away in the second row. And then like it just had been well in the map 2 while FaZe didn't. And then on the map 3, they got off to a big lead, almost scammed, and then FaZe kind of scammed back. We'll watch that clip and getting 2v4'd after the OT, which I saw. Tom, I don't know. You should go pull up Shane's tweet. It was pretty funny. You might like the ball reference out of Shane. Shane was saying all the maps were close, and he was going to tell them they have to go watch some Atletico Madrid VOD after the series to learn how to close out maps.
What about you, Duarte? What you think? What you think of the series?
Listen, normally I'm a big fan of Draza, but last season, he wasn't the best on the team, and this season he's not starting off too strong. Again, he's playing the Thieves. Could be an off series, but I mean, like if this team is going to be good, we need to see him like step up to like at least his Modern Warfare 3 form, because he was actually really good on that game. Because clearly Sip is still fucking frying, but we need to see Zach step it up, because he was kind of lackluster last season, and he's not starting off good. So
listen,
he's going to have to pick it up.
I'll say, Chris, if you were to look at the results of his series going back to Major 3 last year, it's really ugly. He has really struggled to put together a consistent positive slaying series since the middle of last year. And I know we're on a new title now, but he hasn't really done it on this title either. It's early, but like if they want to not have to win all these maps or lose by the skin of their teeth and be a little bit cleaner, like he's got to step up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe started off hot, right? Started off with 0-4. He's 6-1, popped a 3-piece into this P2. And I mean, FaZe early built a pretty good lead here that I was feeling pretty comfortable about. But then LA Thieves quickly were able to bring it right back. I do want to highlight some plays, though, early to showcase kind of how FaZe were able to go up here. Starts at the 3-piece there to get a few kills. But I think the biggest thing here early was the route from 0-4, and I think this is what 0-4 is going to bring to the table a lot for these FaZe guys, just taking these routes and being a nuisance on a map. And you can see here, number 6 on the minimap, you got number 1, who is Scrappy, who actually gives himself bad timing here, but 0-4 is actually going to see Scrappy, but he doesn't shoot him. He's going to run by him. He's going to get by, and now you can see Thieves. They have no idea he's here. He slipped the net. Scrappy has no idea what's going on. You have Abezy in the middle of the map. They have no idea how he got here, and then 0-4, next thing you know, is sitting behind LA Thieves, and he's able to pop a 2-piece. And I mean, again, this is 2 plays now from 0-4 that's letting FaZe just build this lead. You got a 3-piece and a P2. You got a big route here from them. Let's take a look at the listening. Let's see how they sound as well. All right, you guys think of the listening. Good start for FaZe, no? Good start. Doesn't last, but it was a good start.
Yeah. I mean, 0-4 should not have tried to hit old through middle. If you're going to hit old, you got to commit to that way earlier, because you saw what happened. He hits old, dies, insta-spawns out, and now they're in a 4v3, and then they eventually get broken.
Yep,
so,
he made a mistake there.
Yeah, that was tough. But the comms were good.
Do you think they were fine or a little bit hectic, or what are your thoughts on that?
I thought they were fine. I thought the
Yeah, I
comms
think
were fine.
they said what they were doing. I think everyone understood what each other said. Like, it was good.
It was better than what their comms have been the last few years. I think we can all agree on that. The FaZe comms the last few years was never their strong suit. So, you know, to hear some nice, clear, concise comms, I think doesn't hurt. But, and then you can see here, this is where Abezy starts kicking the fuck up. We're going to a second P2, and just take a look at the scoreboard, take a look at Abezy's arrow, and just look at what he's doing here in the rotation. He finds one through lobby, then finds another one to the front of the hard point. Then he's putting some pressure down in the middle of the map, takes down another one. Drowser's all by himself here in the back, but you can see Abezy just not shying away from these gunfights, doing damage front, winning every single fight he possibly can, and he doesn't stop there. Now he's sitting on a 4 spree, wins another one in that hard point, make that a 5 spree, and LA Thieves, because of just a spree from Abezy, everybody's getting kills. It's good plays from him, and then he jumps out here, gets another one here as well, make that a 6 spree. You can see Tyler Abezy just going absolutely nuts for all this P2 time, and this brings him back into the game.
Teddy also made a good-ass play that entire time while Abezy was doing his thing. He pushed through mid, reflanked, and even though he lost the fight, he basically flipped FaZe behind him.
Yeah. Kenny also getting kills, scrap everybody's frying here, and then it's also from the streak. I wanted to show kind of what happens after this, right? Because Abezy, he pushes out the back, he gets one. You still got guys from FaZe trying to push to the front, but Abezy's actually able to pick up some streaks here. You see Kenny with a big 2-piece there as well to slow him down, winning those fights. Good plays coming in from Kenny. But Abezy, able to find another one to the front, sitting on a 7 spree. Right, then you got another guy here trying to push, and Abezy's going to clean that up, and that's going to give him the Hellstorm. And now you're thinking, okay, LA Thieves, they just picked up so much of this time, and wow, he's still frying, by the way. And he wins another one after this as well. He jumps the corner, goes on a 10 spree, and absolutely smokes this guy here in the middle of the cup. But Abezy goes on a 10 spree here in the P2, helps Thieves bring it all the way back, and then he has the streak as well to break into this next hard point. And it's honestly just really good plays. You can see him get pushed up here. He's going to get under this window here, going to call that streak, and that's going to help Thieves kind of break into this hard point here and kind of disrupt this hold from FaZe. You can see Abezy doing a good job finding 2 kills, but the streak comes down. Abezy ends up getting picked. Dojo, I believe. There he goes. And then after that happens, you can see the pinch coming in. That's going to slow him down a little bit. And LA Thieves are able to get back in there and disrupt this hold. And I think they end up taking a lead here. So just great plays from Abezy, huh? Just able to get that going a 10 spree, bring it all the way back on a P2, and then use the streak to break the P3. I just thought Abezy just made phenomenal plays there to bring LA Thieves back into this game. But any thoughts on those plays, guys, from Abezy or Kenny?
What do you think about that Abezy play, Ben? I know you've been highly critical of him in the past years.
I mean, I think that's what you like to see from Abezy. He's just unkillable roaming and just winning impossible fucking gunfights. Like, that's what you want from him. And I think he kind of talked about at the end of this series sort of what happened with the team. He felt like, you know, that they just sort of were, the trio kind of ran out of gas, and getting a new situation, I think might kind of unlock him a bit. So the map did get a little bit closer as Tom's about to watch, but, you know, Abe
did that impress you?
Second row. I mean, yeah, it did. I've been saying that Abe's been flying beginning of this game, bro. Like, you've been paying attention. We've been talking about it on the watch party.
Damn.
Then we go into a rotation here at the very end. 04 making phenomenal plays again. Gets pushed off. Finds a 3-piece to get him in. But then what happens here?
Tom, pause it.
Paused. It's paused, Dale.
Look what happens, Tom, off the respawn. Abezy cuts mid to go help his teammates new. They don't have a side again. Where do we see this? Falcons versus Optic. Guess what happens? They're on a natural pinch, which they probably would have spawned there anyways, because Abezy would have been towards like the arches side of the map, but he could at least be watching the pinch. So now they just spawn him on a split, and they're all stuck in the middle of the map. They can't pick up both sides now, and it's over.
Yeah, so right here, you see Abezy, number 7, draws. They go mid, and what Dylan's saying is it would have been cool to see one of them cut through this back stairwell back here and just block this side, right? Block this side of the map so they know that they're forcing all of LA Thieves through one side, and they just don't do that, right? 04 gets the kills. They all flood through mid, and you can see now the pinches come in from Thieves, and 04 spawning out, right? And that kind of gives Thieves the entry to kind of get in here and get this break. You can see, I mean, FaZe was winning fights too, but when you're getting pinched like that, there's only so much you can do. And this is where Thieves kind of end up running away with it a little bit and closing this out. I think they get close here. FaZe gets in, and I thought there was a moment where FaZe was going to do it, but and to be honest with you, if FaZe would have held on and contested this, it would have been interesting, because 04 was playing for the rotation. So basically 04 just trusted his teammates here to get the contest while he rotates. And Thieves do a good job just playing for the win. They put a lot of pressure on that hold, and they end up closing it out there. But Definitely a big mistake there again. No, Dylan. I mean,
No,
that's
yeah,
a big mistake.
We got to clear it up for Octane, because Octane said it. Because the guy on LAT would have still spawned there because they got out of Old Hill. The Old Hill was still popped. It was white. But if Abezy wrapped towards the arches, he could have played for the pinch there while his 3 teammates are on hill. Instead, he went middle, so they were all stuck in the middle of the hill. But they would have still spawned there regardless when Abezy gets off this time. But if he's playing for the pinch, he at least has a side and he's watching the back.
It's actually a thing that would happen in BO6. Like sometimes you have to like play to block the spawn of the old hill even on the rotation, because then you just risk spawning them behind you. That's such a tragic situation. But yeah, he should have definitely rotated long.
Yeah, or even when someone gets through, they just have to pick up this backside.
I don't know where the line is yet on some of these maps, but if Draza or Abezy run out that back door, but like out of the lobby towards statue over there, and right, they go towards the back. Does that block? Like, would these guys still spawn there? He might still spawn there.
Probably just because of a white hill.
Yeah,
in most recent games, Tom, it's literally just past the hill. So if you have anybody pushed past the objective, you have to block.
Yeah,
if
I just remember.
It's chalk,
I remember in a Stallion scrim that somebody pushed out the back and somebody spawned in Cubby right next to him, even with like some other spawns being open on the map. I just didn't know if that Cubby spawn was like super sticky. You know what I mean? Where you have to like really get back there to block it, but.
So usually the way it works is if you're just holding from the hill and you're not pushing past it, you can soft block where you don't need a hard like block the spawn. Like just any sort of presence in the back, minimal presence is good enough. But once you push past it, you have to hard block. You're basically trading. Like if you're gonna have a guy pushed up going rogue, you have to have a guy sit back being useless.
Yeah,
like that's literally how it works.
The crazy thing is they almost lost the map because
Kenny jumped off. Yeah, Kenny jumped off the map.
That would have been insane.
It gave him a chance. It gave him a chance for a second there when Kenny jumped off, but. They ended up clutching up anyway, and Kenny played well that map. Everybody's been on Kenny's ass, but I think Kenny's gonna be good for this team. And then we get into the next map. We got the Scar S&D FaZe. I mean, you can take a look here, up 4-1, and they end up just throwing it away. And I think it starts with the defenses that they lose. So this defense here, I just don't think you need to do this. I thought it was crazy that nobody from FaZe was even looking towards A here. Like, look, you have 4 guys looking mid map right now. Literally 4 guys. Like everybody's mid hut or mid map. Hydra gets pushed up, and as he gets pushed up, Simp realizes, oh shit, they could be he backs up, he dies, and then 4 dies, and I just thought that was just a misplay from FaZe. I didn't really know what they were trying to do there, but they just gave up the whole A side of the map, and they kind of got blended there by Pop.
I think they're just looking.
If you're gonna do that, you gotta kill fucking Scrap. Like if you're gonna do it and you're trying to push mid to flush Scrap out, like you gotta walk away with the kill.
I think they're just going for blind counters because they feel like they have rounds to throw away. That's all it is. But yeah, not ideal.
I mean, you know, Ernie's gonna sit there and play slow and watch the pints. You killed them, they're gonna like tweak because you have 2/3 of the lanes on them, and like maybe they don't lay it right away, but. Then they get stuck in no man's land, and yeah, to your point, like no one's watching the A push.
And then we go into the next defense FaZe lose because they go to the offense, they lose that one, then it's another defense, or you can't choke 2 defenses in a row, and that's what FaZe did here. LA Thieves do a good job winning these O's, and you can see how it's done, right? Abezy army crawling, he meets 0-4 here, he's able to find 1. And then you could take a look here at the strat from LA Thieves. They actually have the bomb on the other side of the map right now. So Scrap and Abezy winning 3 fights through A, but as that's happening, you have Hydra and Paco on the other side of the map just getting aggressive. They don't even plant. They just pinch this guy out, and everybody from FaZe just falls like flies. It's good play calls coming in from LA Thieves and good plays from Abezy. And I think it was Kenny to get some picks there through the front. Good plays coming in from them. And then we get into the 4-5 round, and it just gets worse for FaZe, right? Then we go into the next round, and it's another defense where FaZe are not able to close it out. And take a look at this strat from LA Thieves. They send 2 guys over to the right side of the map. Oh. And look at this. Abezy and Scrappy showing themselves through A. But I don't know if somebody... Does Paco pick up a cross here in the beginning? No, he doesn't pick up any crosses. So Thieves, they know initially that all these guys...
Trolled. This is a very bad strat of FaZe.
Yeah, Dale,
I don't even think this is that good of an LAT strat. The issue is, I don't mind 3 people hard challenging A, but if you're going to send 4, right when they get control of this... They don't need to push anymore. 0-4 doesn't need to push up like this. FaZe needs to know that LAT just saw all 4 of them there, or 3 of them there. They're going to just run up the map for free. Like, they should max send 3 here and make sure one guy's like top green that can pick up the B pinch. Because look what happens now. They send their whole team there. Yeah. Then they try to push up through a lane where 2 people are watching them. and then just get bombed down for free at B. Like, FaZe just had a terrible strat call.
Scrappy sees him too, right? When they turn this corner, Scrappy on top of the roof, he definitely sees like minimum 3 guys here. Like he definitely saw 3.
I mean, two rounds we've watched
Maybe
out
4.
of FaZe. It's just FaZe going for blind counters and then it not working. It's almost like the complete opposite of what they wanted to happen happened. Like right there, they're trying to expect like Thieves members to be pushed up and maybe walk away with the free kill or like overwhelming man advantage, but Thieves had already planned to go B. And then the other round, it's like, okay, they're going to try to play for a blind stack inside market or whatever you want to call it, and no one's there. That's just so unfortunate. Yeah, not the best plays. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but like they're just going for blind counters, and that's what happens when the blind counter doesn't work.
Well, that's what happens when you send 4 people. If they send 3, they get the same thing done and they can still get info mid and left, but they should not be sending all 4. That's just troll.
I agree.
Yeah, then we get into the overload and go ahead, Ben.
The issue is they kind of did that the last time they played Thieves, and then they go up 3 on the map and then lose 6 straight rounds.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, but I mean it's just a game. You're gonna, by the way, you're going to run into blind counter rounds like that a lot, and the reason is there's not a lot of crosses on these maps. So a lot of the time when you are blindly stacking lane, you're doing it blindly. It's literally you're just playing for a counter on a lane. Since there's no crosses, and it didn't work out for him.
This player playing right here is, and I was going to bring this up in the first series, like this is, I think, the biggest skill gap right now in Overload is teams that can communicate properly where the EMP is going to go next. And to what Thieves did here, wait and tap, and then actually shuffle over like that. That I think is going to be teams that do this effectively going to be able to chain and just blow people out off the rip, even though Thieves are kind of scam.
Yeah, you can see they're just waiting for Abezy to get there, right? Once Abezy gets close to that right side of the map, then whoever had the point, I think it was Kenny or Ernie, end up capping it. And then, Thieves are already there for the kills. By the time FaZe comes off spawn, they're kind of just getting blended here. And I love the plays from Ernie as well, to pinch, right? To pinch the spawners coming up. Because they're all going to be playing for that next device. And Ernie knows his teammates are already there. So playing a pinch there was perfect. He ends up finding 2. He blocks those back spawns. Spawns FaZe out farther away, and I mean they're able to get 2 points in about 30 seconds there, in a span of 30 seconds. It's just great plays coming in from the Thieves there. Phenomenal work. And then of course we had one of the craziest fucking runs from FaZe to bring it back, but it was kind of just like the overtime that nobody really knew what the fuck happened here. We do got to take a look here and see what happened at the end of this map. But I think this was like a Thieves troll, to be honest. FaZe should not have been able to bring this back. I mean,
You just camped in their fucking base, like, to Shane's point, like Atletico Madrid. I mean, unlike, peak Atletico Madrid, they were a sieve, and they let up 3 caps in about a minute and a half.
I was freaking out here, bro. I was freaking the fuck out. Because I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe FaZe was, like, capping these points like this. Because it was 4-1. And then it became 4-2. And I'm like, okay, there's, like, a little under a minute left. And then they cap again, which I didn't think they were going to get that point there. And then Draza pops a 2-piece here. Pops a 2-piece. I'm like, holy shit. They're doing it. They have the map pushed up. The device is spawning up. They have 3 dead. Right? And you can just kind of see how this plays out. You got 0-4 playing spawners. You got Draza pushed up at a base, and maybe that was FaZe's biggest problem here towards the end, is that they were looking for spawners that just never came. But you can see the kills going down, and then I'm going to fast forward it a little bit here because I'm pretty sure somebody ends up grabbing this device, and again, they changed the rules here. It's a good pinch from Simp. He's able to get some nice shots down, and for those of you that don't know, in Overload, when the time limit runs out, the guy who has the device has 30 seconds to try and make a play with it. If he dies, the game does end. So Draza, again, just playing his life, right? He knows that he has 30 seconds. They're trying to make a play. The streak comes in here from Paco, which I don't know if the streak helped them here or hurt them, because Paco's kind of out of the play now while this is being wrapped. And as soon as Paco calls that streak in, it kind of slows them down a little bit. And you can see FaZe, they use that to their advantage. They get pushed up on the left side. And with 5 seconds left to go, Draza's able to dunk this point in and tie this game up at 4. And then this is kind of where things get a little bit interesting here, right? Nobody comes off spawn. You can see FaZe, they're looking for those spawn kills, but they just never come. They never spawn. And the only one who tries wrapping back is 0-4, and he ladder stalls and dies.
We got to call this out. I back up to right before they cap. And unless I'm tripping, there's no chance that these players are going to spawn P2. I think Abezy, who is mid-map looking at this ball, basically loses what was an unwinnable map, becomes a winnable map. I think him running away from this is how they lose and get 2v4'd.
Yeah, I don't know why he's pushing left. Like, I don't know if he thought that there were, like, I don't know what he thought, to be honest with you. Because him pushing left, he just gave up the device. And Thieves just grab and go.
Super fade to play, but we give him a pass. They just changed the rule. Like, it's just...
I mean, regardless, though, even if they change the rule.
Yeah,
I know.
Number 3 and 1 are fine. Because, like, they thought people were going to spawn, which is okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, like, Abezy, like, where's he going?
Yeah,
like,
fair enough.
He's not going to be the one to go kill them in the spawn. Their two are going to be the one to kill them.
Abezy tweaked right here for sure. He was on Mars for a second right there.
He's there. Him and 04 probably trade one of these guys, and it's a 3v1. They probably win.
I mean, he probably just kills the device guy.
Yeah. It's just over. This is it's over. So like,
I mean, yeah, that was interesting. From they kind of blacked out. They did this incredible comeback down 4-1, bring it all the way back 4-4 with 5 seconds to spare, go into an overtime. They're in a 4v2 situation as 2 guys from Thieves aren't spawning up. And even if these guys are mind blown, I mean, look, they're laughing. Kenny's fucking mind blown. He didn't even know what the hell just happened. And LADs were able to get the 3-0.
But why did overtime trigger with like 6 seconds left in regulation? Why didn't it go to 0 and then trigger OT? Doesn't really matter, but it's weird because like you see they score, it goes 4-4, and then it's like 5 seconds left, and then it throws the 2 minutes.
Maybe a visual bug. I wonder what it looks like in game.
Like he taps. There's 5 seconds.
Yeah. That was weird. Yeah, why did it?
It's because as soon
as it triggers,
it triggers as soon as it tied, I guess, because the game just knows there's no way they can score again.
Because it was already in an overtime. Right, because the time limit ran out already, right, Pat? This is the extra 30 seconds they got, right? This is the extra 30 from...
It's like additional time.
Right. So as soon as he caps, it automatically goes into an overtime, right? Because the time limit already ran out. So that's what happened. That's what happened there. Which I think, now they know, but, I mean, that was crazy. I mean...
Would stopwatch not be better than, like, Sabo's sudden death?
100%.
Like, this is basically Sabo's sudden death. Like, it's the exact same... concept.
Bro, at that point, like, bro, they should have just let them score and played their lives if they probably didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
But it literally could just end the round, and then you start a new round with clock, race the clock. You score, and then
stopwatch.
Yeah, even though in that situation though, like, there's no way FaZe is winning that, even if it is stopwatch, right? Like, they capped it so fast as soon as it popped up, like it was kind of chalked.
Well, no, that would just be a tie, right? And then they would
reset.
You wouldn't end the game, but you would end the round, and then you'd spawn in both sides and then do stopwatch.
Yeah. I think stopwatch could be a bit like a good play. I think another potentially nitpicky thing, and I'm curious what people think. Like, one thing that kind of hurt Thieves and why FaZe ended up getting that 4th cap is Paco was the guy holding the window push out. And because he was in the streak, like, the other 2 guys were on the lower lane, and like it was like a 3v1 at the top side. So a little bit nitpicky, but like that's ultimately how they got the cap, because you got nothing from the streak, and no one was there to slow down the push.
Yeah. Let's take a look at some map predictions, let's do some predictions for tomorrow. Anybody got any final thoughts with FaZe and Thieves? I thought Thieves played great today. They looked really good. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it was a banger. It was a fucking banger. I'm serious.
Yep. Good match. FaZe just trolled the first 2 maps. Pretty bad.
It's been fun, honestly.
Yeah, Sim tweeted out games were close, and he said, "Fuck you, Abezy," to end his tweet. Sim and Abezy with some banter.
The new rivalry.
Yeah. But let's do some predictions for tomorrow. It's been a long day. It's been a long show. Let's see what we got here. We got Miami Heretics versus Toronto Koi. We got Paris Gentlemans versus Vancouver Surge. I got Cloud9 versus G2. I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen Miami at all, like, because they haven't been in the States, so they haven't been competing in some of these kickoff tournaments, the 75K, the Pro-Am tournament. Like, I haven't seen them in anything, really, so I just don't know what to expect from these guys. I know Toronto's been looking really strong, so I'm going to go Toronto 3-1 here, but I don't know what to see from Miami. Who do you got, Pat?
I'm pretty sure I picked Toronto 3-0.
Yeah, Toronto?
Yeah.
Deal?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Toronto, but this match is gonna be fun. Whoever loses or whoever wins is gonna roast the fuck out of the other team. You got the Koi, you got the Heretics. There's gonna be a lot of shit talk going down the TL tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think we'll see Koi. But excited to see Trakes' debut.
I forgot about those storylines with Toronto and Miami. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Riyadh left his old team for this. It's about to be a banger.
Yeah. What about you, Benjay? Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I as you guys know, I've been looking forward to this matchup for like 2 months. And the problem is we just haven't seen Miami. So I'm taking Toronto in this one, but like if Miami are decent, this could be a game 5 heater. We just haven't seen them with their full squad, so I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah. What about you, Duarte?
Logically, I'd pick Toronto just because I've actually seen them play. But I'm just gonna pick Miami, so I'm not the only one. Or since nobody picks them, I'll just throw it out there.
I was just pissing away our fucking breaking point flank.
Hey, I'm assuming everyone's probably gonna go KOI. So if somehow I'm right, at least we get a point.
No
we got multiple weeks to catch up. We're down one, bro. We got multiple weeks to catch up. Like everybody.
All right. Well, we also got the Paris Genomates versus Vancouver Surge. Does anybody have Surge in this one? Because I think Genomates might slam Surge.
Yeah, they need some wax.
Series, assuming we can get in the lobbies to run maps, bro. Like,
Surge is the worst team, right?
Dude, they have not looked good based on what I've seen. They've looked like pretty like lost in the sauce right now.
I asked Caesar Skies a question in the stream last night. I said, "Who's the best and worst team you've scrimmed?" He's like, "Listen, I can't say for either, but there's one team for the second question, which was like the worst team that's been getting slammed by everyone's scrims. I don't know who it is. He didn't say any names, but there's one team in the league that's struggling right now, according to Caesar Skies Bueno.
You think it's this team?
It could be. I don't know who it is, but there's one team that looks like they're getting slammed by everyone.
So it's probably Vancouver.
It could be. I don't know.
You know, we're the Falcons, but I'm guessing Vancouver, based on what I've seen. But so everybody's got Genomates. Everybody.
Yep. Yes.
All right, and we got Cloud9 versus G2, and yeah, I don't really know what to expect in this one. I'm probably leaning more towards G2, but this is a tough one. I don't really know who to go with here. I'll say G2 for this one, but this one could go either way. But who do you got, Pat?
I can't even remember the full Cloud9 rosters, so I'm gonna go G2.
Mac, Vivid, Beans, and Afro.
Yeah, I'm going G2.
Actually, I don't know. I actually don't know. What about you, Dill? Who do you got?
I think I have G2, a little bit better S&D team, but Cloud9 could just pop off and take all the respawns. This match, I feel like anyone could fry, but also anyone could get randomly shit on. Like, it's the most 50-50 matchup. So I'll take G2, though, just because I think their S&D will be a little bit better.
All right. What about you, Benjay?
We got G2 Game 5 Caesar Skies Bueno Masterclass for the dub.
Absolutely. They actually haven't been looking that bad. G2's been looking pretty good from what I've seen. But, you know, well, obviously the season starts for them tomorrow. But what about you, Duarte? Who do you got?
I mean, everyone picked G2. I'll just pick Cloud9 to be different. But yeah, I have no idea what to expect.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
He loves being different, Pat. He loves being different.
Liability for our breaking point stuff.
Bro, we haven't seen these guys play outside of the monster tournament and their game.
Who do you actually want? Who do you actually think is gonna win?
I don't know. How am I being gaslit into not knowing what team to pick when I haven't seen them fucking play?
Like, who do you actually think?
It's a 50-50. I don't fucking know. What? I'm just gonna pick it. It's a 50-50, bro. I just went with a different answer. Fuck it. Like, what?
He might be getting paid off, bro.
I haven't. Oh, and if okay, and let's say tomorrow I fucking get both of them right, then you guys are gonna. Now what, dude? Like, who gives a fuck?
Certified ball knower, and we'll tip it at the moment. But right now, you know,
we haven't seen them play. Who cares? Wait. Last time they played each other was in the monster tournament. It was a close ass series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who gives a fuck? Why am I being gaslit for picking Cloud9? You guys are weird.
Everyone stop gaslighting him. Shit picks though, but everyone stop gaslighting.
Yeah, Ben, you want to hit us out with a putt or what? You want to hit a putt?
First putt, Chad, am I making this? What are we thinking?
Yeah, first putt, dude. Listen, there's 6 million channel points on you making it and 3 million on you missing, and there's a lot more flying in. So, but I think it's time to sink this putt, Benjay. You know what I mean? Do what you do. But hey, what a show, right? Opening day. I mean, what a pleasure, man. It's good to be back, chat. It's good to be back. Shout out to everybody watching, everybody tuning in. It was a great day today, despite the delays. And I think it's time Benjay leaves us on a high note here and sinks his putt here. He's got his stinky slippers on, per usual. Love to see that from Benjay. And let's see what happens here as he sticks up here to the plate, to the green here as he lines it up. Does he sink the putt here on opening day? And he doesn't even hit it. He doesn't even hit the ball.
Waiver cropped.
You're good, man. We can see the hole. That's all that matters. Absolutely. Benjay with the stinky slippers on, waiting 8 years to make the putt. But finally, he steps up to the green. All that time, he better sink this. And he misses the putt on opening day. And it's wide right.
Man.
And he's wide right on opening day, ladies and gentlemen. And it's Benjay Nassim who misses the putt.
He just checked me.
Oh, man.
That's bad.
That is bad. That is bad, man.
Break.
Break is break, ladies and gentlemen, and Benjay the seam. He's making it. Look, he misses it again. What's your excuse now, dumbass? What's your excuse now? Oh, man. Go ahead. Go for a third one. Go for a third one, Benjay. Don't miss it again. There you go. Third time's a charm.
I'll go 2 for 3, okay?
Listen, guys, that's gonna do it for us. All right, make sure to like, comment. Actually, guys, one more thing. Challengers Cup tomorrow. The Stallions will prevail. The Stallions will be on top. We got Stallions red, Stallions black. Man, I can't wait for the Challengers Cup tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. So we'll be watching that too. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube at anchor.fm/theflank. Check out audio sites we're on. Go follow at the Flank on X. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials per usual. ZooMaa.gg to pick up the merch. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Take care, brush your hair, stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on another episode of The Flank, man. Take it easy, man. Ciao, ciao. Salute.
Peace, peace.